Welcome to the war room where the tribe is alive. We're shining the light and spreading the fire. From every nation, we're standing as one, debunking the lies till the work is done.
We stand for free, we stand for the rights of everyone.
This is the story of the mushrooms and the power that they hold. Turkey tail leaves the line up, helping immune systems grow bold. Lion's mane sharpens focus, keeps the mind steady on flow. She brings the calm and balance, heart steady, nice and slow. Cordyceps support the breath, open lungs like a show. Shall you take it as a harmony, keeps the whole body in the know. For humans and for animals, the benefits start to show. These mushrooms move with purpose, letting the natural healing roll. Miracle mushrooms, watch the wellness grow. From the homestead to the city, everybody wants to know. Nature's finest, working daily, steady with a gentle glow. Pet care and fungi, they always steal the show. Spermidine is the chapter, helping cells renew. Longevity in motion, feeling fresh, feeling new. Turkey tail stands with fighters, pushing strength all the way through. Every capsule is a lesson that Mother Nature always knew. Slide left, slide right, ancient wisdom in a swing. These mushrooms carry stories, feel the healing that they bring. For the dogs, for the cats, for the people on the scene. This is wellness in a rhythm, modern, powerful and clean. Miracle mushroom, watch the wellness grow. From the homestead to the city, everybody wants to know. Nature's finest, working daily, steady with a gentle glow. Pet care and fungi, they always steal the show. Mushroom ladies share the knowledge, helping everyone to know. Teaching how mushrooms work with us, how the healing starts to grow. From the pets to the people, let the natural magic flow. Pet care and fungi, they always steal the show.
Nailed it.
Like that.
I want to welcome everybody to the show tonight, to the War Room. It is March 4th, 2026. A lot going on in the world, right?
Lots.
Pretty hectic out there, right?
Yeah.
Well, on TV, I would say the chaos is kind of on TV, right? We could separate, what we see on TV versus the reality around our communities. Everyone's,
Yeah.
still pushing through, trying to make ends meet, and but glad to have everybody here tonight. I hope Miss Kristen had a great time. Right, she's back in one piece with us tonight, so glad to
Thank
have you back. I know you were held captive in the Bahamas, but it's all good.
Best thing that's ever happened to me.
Right?
Right.
Yeah, they hated it so much they made a reservation to go back next year.
Oh, yeah. That was nice.
Right. So I don't know if the gas prices are going up where you are, but this
Somebody says,
anybody?
where'd that? that guy we were watching earlier said that he went to the gas station, filled up his truck, and it was high,
Oh, he needed
really high.
he got out a second loan on his mortgage.
Well, you know those trucks, they take a lot. Depending on if you have diesel or whatever, but I mean, it's costly to fill those up. Oh,
Hey,
whoa! Is that real time?
well, 320. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
We use a diesel app, and we were 321 last week. This week, or 2 weeks ago, this week we're 366 for diesel,
Wow.
and that's on a diesel app. That's on a special app.
Wow.
So that's a big jump.
Yeah, and they said it's because they're shut off the, what is it called?
This thing's
The Hormuz, the Hormuz,
yeah,
the Hormuz
straight to
Strait.
Vermont.
Yeah,
Vermont.
that is
However
going to
you wanna-
go higher.
Yeah.
This thing's going as high as the damn national debt. Look at that.
Mickey said
The
239
debt clock.
here.
You seen the debt clock? How it just shoots up. That's what the gas thing's doing.
Jack Love said the gas is
It's that
330.
same feeling.
Jack Love said it's 330 in Greencastle, Indiana. Mickey said 239 there.
10-4 on the 33,
Wow.
Jack Love.
Yeah, 33.
Mm-hmm.
So welcome, ladies. I'm glad to have y'all with us tonight, and we'll go ahead and get this party started if you want.
$1.99 in Iowa. That's
Is it?
not bad.
Oh, we're moving to Iowa.
Yeah, that's Deb Cunningham.
Thank you, Deb.
$1.99.
There
That's
you
pretty
go.
good.
There you
Let's-
go.
It's not $1.87 though.
No.
No.
No. There we go. So welcome, ladies. What's new? What's shaking? What we got?
Steak and bacon.
Oh, are we ready to go?
Yeah, let's rock and roll.
Oh, cool. Kimmy, take it away.
Well, thank you. Thank you for letting us go, and thank you for inviting us again. We're so blessed and grateful to be here, and we appreciate this platform so much. And we appreciate all the things that you teach us in this community. We love the information that you share and the time that you put into every podcast. It's just, thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. We talked about clones this morning, Kim.
Oh, yeah. Gotta go check.
Definitely, yes. Well, I'm Nature Girl in Telegram, so shoot me an email if you have any questions at just sheepdogspets@gmail.com. And I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. And our goal is our pets' health. However, we need to stay healthy to take care of our critters, right? Whether it's a dog, cat, horse, or rabbit, they depend on us. And, our flagship mushroom product for animals and humans is the Coriolis versicolor mushroom. And it has over 400 medical studies on that. And if you want to check it out, it's mushroomstudies.co. And it has over 400 studies done. It gives the support to the immune system to aid in the most minor conditions, catastrophic. And Penn State University School of Veterinary Medicine has put it in writing that if your pup gets cancer and takes Coriolis versicolor mushroom, it will live longer and healthier. Wow, that's a bold statement for a university to make, as we all know how, they might be. So anyway, this is not a cure. It's not a treatment. It does not heal anything. We are not giving medical or veterinary advice. And the immune system gets the support that it needs and then gets busy. And we believe that wellness should be shared. That's why we focus on the mushrooms that support both pets and humans and creating a bridge between ancient knowledge and the modern living. We are the Mushroom Ladies. Diana is certified in holistic pet care, CBD for humans and pets, and Kristen is certified in mycology. And Diana and Kristen both are certified in pet nutrition. And I'll hand it over to you, Diana.
Oh, thank you, Kim. We
Thank
so
you, Kim.
appreciate you, Kim, and the fact that you connected with us with this great community, as well as just watching you grow and learn more and become such a steward to all of our animals and the people that you've been helping. And of course, we can't say enough about the sheepdogs and Nadine and Glendia. Oh my gosh, that song. I love that song. I'm like singing it along with it. I love it. We appreciate that so much. These mushrooms, they aren't trends. They're these timeless tools that have supported life for centuries. And now they're finally accessible to every family, to every pet parent, to every person. And we all deserve this. We deserve the healthier, happier life that ancient wisdom and modern wellness have actually come together for animals and humans. I was talking to a very famous doctor today, and she was saying, we've known about these mushrooms forever, but we are just now starting to talk about them openly. Up until now, people would talk about mushrooms and it would be like those psychedelic mushrooms. And we have a good story of a little dog named Zenta who was really sick. And when Kristen called them and said, have you ever heard of mushrooms? His response was, we're not those kind of people. Remember that, Kristen?
Yeah, he said Zenta doesn't want to taste the rainbow.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. And Zenta was on her last legs. I mean, literally, she was scheduled to be euthanized. She had 4 more years. She was 16. She lived until she was 20. And they weren't just living years, they were good years. And the day before she passed because of a tragic accident. The day before she passed, she hiked 5 miles. So, this is a really, really incredible thing that we have hold of. And long before supplements and scientific studies, ancient healers observed something remarkable. They knew that mushrooms would help animals and they would help people stay strong, recover faster, that they would live a more balanced life. And it wasn't superstition, it was lived experience, and it was passed down through generations. In traditional Chinese medicine, mushrooms like the Coriellus versicolor, which is our flagship product, like Kim said, it's generically called turkey tail, but you want to be very careful that you got the potent strain that we offer. And we'll talk about that a little bit more. But other mushrooms like reishi and shiitake and maitake, they were considered treasures, and they were actually hoarded and reserved for the elites. Does that sound familiar? Like warriors and healers, and they weren't like, given out to the masses. In Japan, the maitake mushroom is so valued that the name actually means the dancing mushroom. It's because people literally danced when they found it. And in Japan, the Coriellus versicolor is standard protocol for those that are facing the big C. So, I never want to make this about me, or we never want to make it about us, but I do share my story every time I'm on, and I do it because it never fails. I share my story and we get a phone call within 24 hours from someone in the community. And usually the words are, I've seen you before and I never really thought I would ever need to call you, but we just found out that my grandmother or my aunt or my husband has the big C now and we're scared and we need to talk to you. I got a call at midnight last night from one of the community members in another community saying, I can't believe I am calling you the mushroom lady. I need help. We just found out my father, who's 81, has stage 4 lung cancer. We're so scared. And I answered the phone, and that was, I keep the phone really close to me, because when you get that kind of a call, it really is comforting for them to know that they have somebody that they can talk to. So my story is pretty simple. I was diagnosed with colon cancer 6 years ago last month. It's been 6 years. I can't believe it. And I had been working with this mushroom for a couple of years. I had seen some pretty cool stuff happen with dogs with big lymphomas disappearing, and people, that started getting better from different conditions. And I thought, wow, this mushroom is pretty cool. But I guess I wasn't shouting it loud enough from the rooftop. And God knew I had a big mouth and thought I better start using it. So he gave me a reason to use it. And I know cancer didn't happen to me. It happened for me. And I so embrace that, because being diagnosed with something like that, the things that go through your head are just crazy. I mean, you just never know what you're going to think. And I know for me, it was every gamut of every emotion, from being angry, hurt, scared. You know, are we going to be able to afford this? What's going to happen to my husband if I pass away? What's going to happen to me? How sick am I going to be? How skinny am I going to get? That was like one of the things I said that was, really positive. Like, am I going to get really skinny? And all these things go through your head. And then reality sets in and you say, okay, now what am I going to do? And because it was pandemic, there really wasn't a whole lot of options except to wait for a board. A board had to decide whether or not they could go into my body, take out a tumor that if it exploded would have killed me. I mean, that should have been a no-brainer decision, but no, a board had to go through a 30-day process to see whether or not they could operate. So I have this tumor. I'm being very cautious about not doing a whole lot. I didn't want it to explode. It was in my ascending colon. And then I got the call that, yeah, you've been approved. Well, I had started taking the Coriell's versicolor mushroom, which is our green bottle. I had started taking 10 a day. Why did I pick 10? Well, 3 would have been normal for me, my size. I tripled up. I did not want to, I wanted to be proactive. And I knew that I couldn't overdose. And I knew that the body would just get rid of what it didn't need. And I really wanted to slap my immune system into submission. When I went in for my pre-op blood work, I got a call 14 hours later that my doctor wanted to know what I was doing because I was in remission. He couldn't believe it. He was shocked. And the thing that was so cool about it is that there were irrefutable numbers. Every cancer has a marker. In my case, it was called a CEA marker. It should have been 2.5. It was in the teens. It was off the charts. And that day, it was 0.05. And my doctor was just like, what are you doing? The sad part was, he didn't know when I told him about the mushroom what it was. He said, I don't know anything about that. Send me everything that you have. The good thing was he didn't tell me to stop taking it. Not that I would have listened, but he didn't tell me to stop taking it. I had surgery. I recovered very, very quickly. I did decide to do chemo, even though my husband and I had both said no chemo. But we found a study, and as Kim said in the beginning, this mushroom has 400 medical studies. There is a medical study of how the Coriell's versicolor mushroom can actually complement chemotherapy. When I saw that, I thought, I'm feeling pretty good. This mushroom's going to get me through it, I know. And so I'm going to go ahead and do chemo because the reoccurrence rate went from 40% down to 10% with chemo. I did 6 months of hard chemo. I came out of it better than I went into it. I came out with a stronger bone density, which is unheard of. I came out with better hair, better nails. I did not look like a cancer patient. We were with a group of people there a day, and we were showing pictures of me during my chemo treatment. I didn't have that white, pasty, depleted, oh my gosh, poor thing look. People actually looked at me and said, you don't look like somebody who's going through chemo. I never threw up once. I didn't lose my hair. And we've experienced that with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people and animals. And so I tell my story because if you know anybody who's going through something catastrophic, I can relate. I can cry with them. I can get on my knees and pray with them. I can talk them through, and answer some questions that sometimes, that they're too shy to ask the doctor. Not that I'm giving medical advice, but there are some pretty interesting things that happen when you're going through chemo to your body. And I can help them through the process. So that's why I tell my story. Today, modern science is finally catching up with us, and they're catching up with the ancient wisdom from the past. And research now confirms what our ancestors knew, that functional mushrooms contain such powerful compounds, and they will support the immune health of the body, the brain, and they will help you with your energy, your digestion, and overall well-being. So Kristen has developed some amazing little mushroom moment videos, and we're going to turn it over to Kristen, and she's going to show 2 different videos, and then she's going to talk about them after each video. So I don't know if we're queued up and ready to go with the video.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks.
You're welcome. There we go. I don't know which one's going to play first, but we're going to.
Welcome to our mushroom moment. My name is Kristen Ludlow. I'm certified in mycology, which is the study of mushrooms. And right now we're going to talk about the Coriolis versicolor mushroom, which is also known as turkey tail, and why it's one of the most researched holistic mushrooms in cancer-related scientific literature. Now, Coriolis versicolor contains unique compounds called polysaccharide crestin, PSK, and polysaccharide peptide, PSP. And these compounds have been extensively studied for their ability to support immune surveillance and immunomodulation, which are critical in the body's natural defense against abnormal cell growth. Now, published studies indexed in the National Library of Medicine show that PSK and PSP help enhance the activity of key immune cells, such as natural killer cells, T cells, and macrophages, which play an important role in identifying and responding to tumor cells. Importantly, this support occurs through immune modulation, not immune overstimulation. Multiple peer-reviewed studies have examined Coriolis versicolor as an adjunct nutritional support alongside conventional cancer therapies, particularly in Japan, where PSK has been researched for decades. These studies report improvements in immune function, quality of life markers, and survival outcomes in certain populations while used under medical supervision. And what makes Coriolis versicolor so unique is that it doesn't directly attack tumor cells. Instead, it helps the body restore communication within the immune system, allowing it to respond more effectively and intelligently. So here's the key takeaway. Coriolis versicolor doesn't fight cancer for the body. It helps the body remember how to defend itself. And that's why it remains one of the most studied holistic mushrooms in immune-based cancer research. Thank you for watching. God bless. So I get so excited about these mushroom moment videos because you all know I'm a nerd. I love learning all of this stuff. But one thing that really has stuck out with me the more that I've learned is that as we've grown up, we've been so conditioned and programmed to treat symptoms, right? We always want to run and look for that thing that's going to help with this condition or this certain thing that I'm experiencing. But what I'm finding the more that I learn is that it's better to support the systems than it is to treat the symptoms. And that's how mushrooms nourish our bodies in ways that no other food can, because they actually support the systems that our bodies are using to stay healthy and to stay young and to stay active and to keep our energy going. And so the mushroom that I talk about in that video that's being most heavily studied, in the cancer and tumor research that's being done around the world from the most reputable organizations in the world, is called the Coriolis versicolor mushroom. This is a core mushroom that every pet, every person, every day should be taking this mushroom, because what it specifically does is it supports the immune system. And the immune system is the body's first defense against everything from small things all the way up to the most catastrophic things. And when you go look at the studies that are being done on this mushroom in particular and how it modulates the immune system, not stimulates it, it's really fascinating. I saw someone ask a question about shingles and about lupus. I saw someone else asking about, tumors and all of these other things. And here's what's amazing, that the mushroom, the Coriolis versicolor mushroom, we have it in our Enforce capsules. It's the green bottle. It doesn't cure any of those things. It doesn't prevent, it doesn't mitigate, it doesn't treat any of those things. It feeds the immune system. And then your own immune system, when it's modulated and when it's functioning properly, that's what begins to repair, rebuild, resolve, rebalance, regulate everything that's happening inside of the body. I have a friend, Denise, who had really bad lupus. She would have flare-ups all of the time, and it was really hard on her. And once she started feeding her body the immune support that it needed, and her immune system was able to find its way back home, and she no longer had flare-ups after that. My own aunt actually got shingles and she started taking the Coriolis versicolor mushroom, and her own immune system went in and got rid of it and resolved that issue in her body. So it's really important when you're dealing with anything to realize that Again, it's not about treating the symptoms, it's about supporting the systems. And when our systems have that support, they can go and do amazing, miraculous things that we didn't even think were possible because we've never relied on them before.
Right. You know, you said something about shingles. We had a gentleman who went on a mission, and everybody, he loaded up on Coriolus versicolor before he went. And everybody on the mission got sick, everybody except him. And he was the oldest one. So when he got back and they scheduled their next mission for 4 months later, he bought Coriolus versicolor mushroom for everyone and as a gift. And all the people, I think there was like 20 people, he said everybody should take it a month before they went. Well, none of them got sick this time. However, another group that had gone, they all got sick. Well, then one of them, when they got home, 6 months later or so, still had some left, got shingles. And he said, you know, I think I'm going to pop some of these. And he literally like cleared it up within like 2 days. Mm-hmm. He couldn't believe it. He was just shocked. And then now he's like, never going to not take these, right?
And we just don't realize how powerful the immune system is. We've never tested it. And again, that's not what we're taught when we go to the doctor or, you know, when we talk to nurses and stuff. They're trained in medicine. They're not trained in nutrition. So this is something new that we're remembering and rediscovering as we're going back to nutritional support.
Well, and I love what you said about we're treating not the symptoms, but we're helping the systems. Mm-hmm. That was really great analogy of how we're dealing with our bodies these days.
Yeah. And that's the answer to everything. We start getting systemic support on a cellular level, on a molecular level. Watch a lot of the issues and things that we and our pets are dealing with be resolved. And I see someone asking about the food that we have for pets. And they were asking if that's available for puppies as well as adult dogs. And all of our foods are AAFCO regulated. So they adhere to those standards, which are the strictest standards in the entire industry. And they're meant for all breeds at all life stages. So puppies all the way up to senior pets can eat the same thing because it has the nutritional values that they need to have a very well-rounded diet. And I also recommend it because it has prebiotics and probiotics and taurine in it, especially good things for puppies as they're moving from their mother's milk into foods and whole foods and all of that. They need to be still getting those good prebiotic and probiotic bacteria in their guts to help keep their microbiome balanced.
Well, a lot of times you'll see people with puppies and they'll go, oh, he's a puppy. He doesn't need anything. This is for old dogs. Well, you have to remember that a dog has to do everything in 18 months that we normally take 24 years to do. Every skin cell, every organ, every piece of hair, everything has to be developed fully. So if you give the dog's immune system extra support, you're actually going to give this dog a better foundation. And we know, just like a house, if the foundation is good, the house is going to stand longer. And what I love about our Sequoia turkey food, we've added the Coriolus versicolor to this. This is revolutionary. And I have to say, I was out in a group of 300 dogs, 700 people in the middle of the desert at an event. And no, it wasn't Burning Man, but it was an incredible event. And a couple dogs got sick. And next thing I know, 4 dogs were sick. And we were like, oh, something's not going on, not right here. And we called a holistic vet, but I did some research. Anyhow, we started all the dogs on the canned food with a little bit of their kibble because none of them would eat. And the minute we put this down with their kibble, they all gobbled it down. Plus, it has lots of moisture in it, which was going to help getting their moisture back in their body because they weren't peeing, they weren't eating, they weren't drinking. And literally within 24 hours, we turned all 4 dogs around like nothing was wrong. And it's so cute because every one of them are now ordering this food because it was so amazing. So for the pups, this is a really great, the canned food's amazing. I mean, our foods are all amazing, but that canned food, oh my gosh, really good. And the freeze-dried food.
It makes a really big difference being proactive instead of reactive. And, you know, when you look at the pharmaceutical companies, you look at the entire Western medical complex, right? They're depending on us being reactive. That's what they hope for. They hope that we won't be proactive and that we'll get to these points where we have to create these dependencies on these treatments or procedures or medications or whatever it is. So the more proactive we can be, the better it is If we
Well,
can get rid of the demand for these things, then they'll no longer be able to supply it. And that's how we can break free from a lot of those systems that have oppressed us and our pets for a long time.
well, and then when they give you something to put a Band-Aid or a cover over something, it creates something else that they then need to give you a Band-Aid to put or a cover over that. And it's just this never-ending cycle that we're in. And I have a friend who's a doctor who is pretty holistic, but he said people come into his office, they already know what they want to take because they saw it on TV, and they get angry with him if he doesn't write the prescription because they feel cheated out of an appointment. They came there looking for a prescription. And he said, I've lost a lot of clients because, sometimes I'll just put my foot down and say, you don't need this. And he said a lot of times, and this is the sad part, when he really digs deep into why they think they need to take this, besides the fact that they saw it on TV, is that it's usually that one line that says may help lose weight.
Yeah.
And he said it drives him nuts because, and the American Heart Association has actually just put in their new protocol that the first recommendation for obesity will be medication like Ozempic instead of diet and exercise. And that broke my heart when I heard that. And they said the reason that they've done that is because they know that they can get people to take the Ozempic. They don't think they can get people to do it with diet and exercise.
Goodness. And that's just the mentality that we have today. And you can't blame anybody. You can't blame anybody for feeling that way or thinking that way, because literally through advertising and marketing, we've been conditioned to look for the things that are wrong with us, right? That's why we spend so much money on makeup and clothes and, shampoos and conditioners and hair products and this and that and procedures and all that, because we're told we're not good just as we are. I love what JV68 said. God has made our bodies perfect. Time has shown us that Rockefeller medicine has broken the contract. And, there's something to be said about that. That our immune systems in our bodies are our best doctor. Our immune system's our best veterinarian. It's our best medicine. It knows exactly what's wrong. It knows how to fix it. That's why I love from that mushroom moment video when I talk about Coriolis versicolor doesn't fight cancer for the body. Coriolis versicolor doesn't fight shingles. It doesn't fight lupus. It helps the body remember how to defend itself. It helps the body remember what to do and gives it the tools that it needs. And these are the most scientifically validated mechanisms out there that help the body do what it was designed to do in the first place, what it already knows to do. And there's a lot of power when we begin to understand that and we start living from that place of, wait a minute, our bodies know what to do. Our bodies were designed to be able to get through this and to get to the other side of it. Maybe it's not an issue of trying to fix something. Maybe it's just supporting it in the right way so that it can fix itself. We don't need to fix it. We just have to feed it the proper food so it can fix itself. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. And, even our animals know what they need. If they were in the wild and not in a domesticated situation, they would be out there eating the mushrooms. They'd be finding the right mushrooms. They would be out there chewing on tree bark. They would be out there eating carcasses. They'd be out there getting all the things that they're not getting when they live in our home, and we control what they have. That's why, giving an animal the Mush Puppies product, or I saw somebody talking about the special sauce. I'm like, yes. This is such an incredible product. I have a quick story, and then we're going to go to the next video. We gave a woman, I got a call from someone who knew someone, and they had a dog named Buddy. That's what they called him. They really emphasized Buddy. And he was really sick. And I gave them a bag of our special sauce. And it was a miraculous turnaround. Just the body just took over and started doing what it was supposed to do. Well, after a few months on the product, the owner, the woman, called me and said, boy, I wish you guys had something like this for me. And I said, we do. We do. We don't have special sauce, but we have the Coriolis versicolor. And I donated 2 bottles to her. And she was so sweet and said, I just I can't afford this, and I barely make ends meet. And she was so happy to hear that the super sauce was less than $10, $12 a month. Well, after a couple of months, like 4 months on the mushrooms, she contacted me one day and said, I really need to find a way to afford this. She said, I can't believe what it's done for me. And then she told me that she hadn't missed a day at work in the last 3 months. And I go, oh, I said, well, Debbie, do you normally miss a lot of days? She goes, oh yeah, I miss 3 or 4 days a month easy. And I said, well, can I ask you how much is that costing you? And she goes, well, I make $22 an hour. And I said, well, if you make $22 an hour and you're missing 3 or 4 days a week, that's almost $500. And you need a bottle and a half of this. That's about $60. Don't you think $60 to make 500 is a better decision? And it was so funny because it was like the light bulb went off in her head. She went, oh, order me some of those bottles. And it's like she got it. She got that her body was doing better, so she was doing better. And I love that. Now, we're going to talk about diabetes next. It is very sad that we have so many animals with diabetes. As a 67-year-old person, when we were a kid, I don't remember a dog with diabetes. I don't remember a dog with cancer. I don't remember a dog with allergies. It just didn't happen. And our dogs lived, 16, 17, 18 years, and now it's completely different. So we're going to go ahead and play the diabetes video, and then Kristen's going to educate us a little bit on diabetes.
All right. Let me know if this should be the one right here.
Yeah.
This one?
Welcome to our mushroom.
That's cancer and terror.
Welcome to our mushroom moment. My name is Kristen Ludlow. I am certified in mycology, which is the study of mushrooms. And right now we're going to talk about holistic mushrooms and why they're increasingly studied in research related to diabetes and metabolic health. Now, diabetes is not just a blood sugar issue. It's a condition rooted in insulin resistance, inflammation, oxidative stress, gut imbalance, and disrupted metabolic signaling. And because of this complexity, researchers have focused on compounds that support system-wide balance, not quick fixes. Holistic mushrooms like maitake, reishi, shiitake, and Coriolis versicolor have been studied for their role in supporting healthy glucose metabolism. Published studies indexed in the National Library of Medicine show that the mushroom beta-glucans and polysaccharides help improve insulin sensitivity, support more stable blood sugar responses, and reduce oxidative stress, all key factors in metabolic health. These compounds slow glucose absorption, support pancreatic function, and improve cellular communication with insulin. Maitake has been widely researched for its effects on glucose metabolism and insulin signaling. Reishi has been studied for reducing inflammation and oxidative stress that contribute to insulin resistance. And shiitake supports lipid metabolism and antioxidant protection. And Coriolis versicolor supports gut health and immune balance, important because the gut microbiome plays a major role in blood sugar regulation. Importantly, mushrooms do not lower blood sugar by force. Instead, research describes their role as supporting metabolic balance, improving how the body responds to glucose over time. So here's the key takeaway. Diabetes isn't just about sugar, it's about communication. And holistic mushrooms help restore communication between the gut, immune system, and metabolic pathways, which is why they continue to be studied as nutritional support for metabolic health worldwide. Thank you for watching, and God bless. And, I hope that was eye-opening for you, because a lot of times, again, we think that diabetes is just about having sugar, and it really is not. It's about a communication issue. Our body is not communicating. Our systems are not communicating the way that they should. And even though in modern medicine, they compartmentalize all of our bodies, right? We go to see specialists. So if you have an issue, they send you to a specialist. You get a referral to go to this specialist and that specialist, as if all the different organs and systems of our body are functioning independently of each other. But they're not. They work together. So when we have an issue in one system, it might be because that system is overcompensating for a deficiency or something happening in a completely separate system. Everything's meant to work together, and everything talks to each other and supports each other. So mushrooms, and I'm going to get weird on you for a second, but mushrooms are actually communicators. They carry consciousness, they carry messages. As a matter of fact, in nature, mushrooms are like the internet of nature. The entire earth is covered in a mycelial mesh, which mycelium is just baby mushroom right before it fully fruits, which is what we see. We always see the fully fruited body when we think of mushrooms. But before that, it's just this mesh that covers the entire earth. And it's the way that plants communicate with each other. Animals communicate with each other through mushrooms. There will be a tree in one area that needs carbon. It'll send electrical impulses through this mycelial network asking for carbon, and it will go through like in a ripple effect until it finds a tree that has extra carbon, and it says, I have extra carbon, and it sends the carbon back to the other tree through this mycelial network, like email. They like can send emails back and forth to each other with attachments. And so it's really incredible when you learn about that. So if mushrooms do that for nature, imagine what they do for your body when the systems need to communicate with each other for the body. And when there's that disconnect, that's when all the issues start happening. And so, of course, the Coriolis versicolor mushroom, especially when you're dealing with, the insulin resistance, the inflammation, the oxidative stress, the gut imbalance, when the metabolic signaling is not quite there, we need to get the body supported. So Coriolis versicolor is the first and foremost. But the other mushrooms that are really being studied are the maitake mushroom, which we have the maitake mushroom in our product called Restore. It's the red bottle. And that one really helps with the glucose metabolism and insulin signaling. We also talk about the shiitake mushroom, which you can find in the Enforce Shield, the orange bottle. And that's the one that supports your lipid metabolism and your antioxidant protection. And then we also have the reishi mushroom, which you can find along with the Coriolis versicolor mushroom in the Enforce Plus, which is the yellow bottle. And the reishi is the one that's been studied for the inflammation response and oxidative stress, all of those different things that contribute to the insulin resistance. The reishi helps to support the body in those ways. And a lot of times people will say, well, I don't want to take all of those different things. It's a lot of different tablets and stuff to be taken. And if you're one of those people that don't really like to take tablets, we also have our Beauty and Longevity Gel, which is the base of it is inner leaf aloe vera. My friends, look up what aloe vera does for your body. It is such a soothing, calming components in it that really help the body, but it contains 3 of those adaptogenic mushrooms. It has the maitake, the reishi, and the shiitake mushroom all in the Beauty and Longevity Gel. And it also has other minerals like the Irish sea moss and amla and biotin and hyaluronic acid, just so many great bioactive compounds that are 100% natural that really help to feed the body and support the body to give you more longevity, to help you age more gracefully. But on the flip side of that, it also has maitake, reishi, and shiitake mushroom, which can help with the communication processes in your body and really impact your body if you're dealing with diabetes, or even if your pet's dealing with diabetes. You can just mix a little bit of this in with their food. It's safe for pets as well. Yeah. Even though it's crafted for people, it's all human grade. So your pets can enjoy it as well. And it's inner leaf aloe vera. So it's not toxic for them. It's actually very beneficial for them.
Yeah,
so
I put this in my dog's food every day. And I also, even though it doesn't say you should do this, I actually put it on my neck at night and I rub it all over my skin and my neck. And I love how it makes me feel. I just love it. I put the body balm on in the morning and wear that for a day cream. And I put this on mushrooms at night. And what happened the other night was really funny. Cody was in bed with us and I had put it all over my face, and Cody went up and he never licks my face. He started licking my face. And I'm like, oh, geez, he wants the mushrooms. You can't have them. They're mine. You've got a question there about a young girl with diabetes. When someone is on insulin, what is your recommendation of what you think they should be doing, or somebody who has diabetes?
Yeah. And, again, we're not doctors, we're not veterinarians, we don't diagnose, we don't prescribe or anything like that. And the videos even that you're watching, those are for educational purposes. And you should always consult healthcare professionals when you're dealing with some very serious issues. But if I were dealing with that, from everything that I've learned about mushrooms and nutritional support, I would do the Coriolis versicolor mushroom in the Enforce capsules, because again, these don't interact with any medications, treatments, can't get addicted, can't overdose. There aren't any side effects. It's no different from eating a mushroom on a salad. And these will help you get that immune support so your body can rebalance itself. And then if I were her, I would also do the Beauty and Longevity Gel. Really only need a teaspoon a day. This is an 8-ounce bottle. This lasts more than a month. It lasts a long time. And just need a teaspoon a day. I mix it in with a smoothie because there's nothing artificial in it. It's all natural. So what you're tasting are the mushrooms, the moss, like you're tasting all of the natural components. So it does have a very savory, earthy flavor to it. So I enjoy it mixing it in with a juice or a smoothie. I just put it in my little ninja blender.
Well, I put it in my coffee, and I put it in my coffee, and I don't taste it, but it does. If you just taste it by itself, it does have a very earthy taste. Now, Kristen, what do you think about dogs with diabetes? You're agreeing with that on this also with dogs with diabetes?
Absolutely, same thing. Just mix a teaspoon in with their food. You could, and then also I would do the Coriolis versicolor mushroom. If it were me, I would particularly give them the special sauce.
Yeah,
dog or cat special sauce has additional minerals and vitamins and antioxidants in it that are going to help support the organs as well as the immune system. And so that's what I would do if I had a pet. There's 6 million new cases of diabetes in our pets just in the United States every single year. My friends, that doesn't feel like a coincidence. It doesn't feel like a coincidence, those astronomical numbers of our pets getting diabetes. So we have to do something about it. We have to start giving them the nutritional support that they need. And we also have to start maybe thinking about the foods and the treats and the toys that we're currently giving them. Maybe look into what those ingredients are. That might be a big component as to why they are dealing with this. And maybe we need to transition them to foods without sugars, without fillers, foods that are AAFCO adherent, because then we're approaching it twofold, right? We're giving them the immune support that they need by giving them the Coriolis versicolor, and we're also removing the cause of them getting diabetes in the first place. So when we do both of those together, their bodies are able to recover a lot more quickly.
There's a woman asking, Lori 61 is asking about her granddaughter who's on the spectrum. Yeah. And I know that in 2024, the American Medical Association actually linked the brain to the immune system. And this was the first time that they ever acknowledged that, yes, the immune system has something to do with brain issues like autism, neuropathy, like seizures, like, Parkinson's disease. So many things opened up for those people as far as things that they could try. And we're seeing some amazing things. I know you have a video on autism, and maybe we'll play that next time. But do you want to talk a little bit about what you have found with that?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of times autism, we know it's a neurodevelopmental condition, but a lot of the research is actually showing that it's associated with immune dysregulation, believe it or not, neuroinflammation, oxidative stress, mitochondrial dysfunction. All of these things signal breakdowns of the system. Sorry. All of these things are signaling breakdowns of systems. So there is a lot of research being done on 3 mushrooms in particular that they're finding to be really helpful because they address the systems that are not functioning properly. I'm trying to think of the right words to use. And that is the Coriolis versicolor mushroom, the reishi mushroom, and the lion's mane mushroom are the 3 main mushrooms that are being studied. And so we actually have someone with a small child who was nonverbal, and they started giving him the Inforce Plus, which is the Coriolis versicolor mushroom and a little bit of the reishi mushroom, along with the lion's mane mushroom. And really, you only need 1 capsule for every 50 pounds. It doesn't take a lot. And the lion's mane mushroom helps with nerve and brain support. And then the reishi mushroom helps with adrenal support. Again, these are the systems that are affecting what a lot of people are experiencing with ASD. And he ended up talking again. Just a few months later, he started talking again. So this is not a case study. You know, I'm not saying that this cured it or treated it, but whatever was happening inside of his body, once he got that nutritional support, it changed things. It changed him on a cellular level. And when you look into mushrooms, there's something that happens in our body called mitochondrial biogenesis. So the mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell. And as we get older, they start to slow down. They start weakening. They get tired. They start breaking. And if we're not eating foods that are reactivating the mitochondrial biogenesis, then because the mitochondria are breaking down in the body, the systems of the body start slowing down. It's like a car running without gas. If you don't have gas, what happens to the engine and the carburetor and the transmission? I'm just saying a bunch of car words. I don't know what any of them.
I was just going to say that, honey. Nothing happens to some of those
Those
things.
are all parts of cars, right? But bad things happen. Everything, all the gears get out of whack, and the car stops functioning. Same with our bodies. The mitochondria are like the gasoline. If they're not functioning properly, if they don't have the support that they need and they're not activated, then all of the systems start slowing down and dying. And what's interesting is the Coriolis versicolor mushroom, the reishi mushroom, the lion's mane mushroom, the shiitake and maitake mushrooms. These are 5 mushrooms that actually activate mitochondrial biogenesis. So regardless of what our pets are experiencing or what we're experiencing, when we get these mushrooms into our diets daily, that starts that process of mitochondrial biogenesis going in our bodies, which then starts activating the different processes that have either slowed down or already gone away because of age, because of stress, because of environment, so many different things that are compromising it and attacking it. So that was a really long answer to your question about autism, but it's so powerful, friends. I just wish I could put everything that I've learned in my brain and all that I feel just download it right into you guys, because there's no reason for us to be afraid. There's no reason for us to worry, because so much of what we're experiencing can all be addressed by just eating these foods, getting these pharmaceutical grade mushroom extracts into our bodies.
Well, and Kristen, you and I have been together doing this for 9 years. And I can't believe it's been 9 years. It feels like yesterday. But we have seen things happen. We have seen irrefutable studies. We have seen numbers improve. Look at Mr. Kurt Weeks. What was he doing? 8 units of insulin a day, and now he takes 9?
50 to 80 units a day.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy. Yeah. And we've seen people. I was with a girl the other day who came into town for an event, and she said she had to get her prescriptions adjusted because her eyes are improving. And she's been on the Coriolis versicolor mushroom. That's all that she's done differently. We see these things and we want to shout it from the rooftop because they're just so amazing. And we appreciate that. So, for all of you that are watching, I love when I see someone say we're going to share it with someone. Last month, we were like, please share this with someone. Someone out there needs to hear this. And obviously you did, because we got a lot of response. What do you recommend for a 6-year-old? Oh, my favorite, gummies. We have the best gummies on the planet. And company went to a lot of trouble to find a gummy company that would make a gummy for us with the enforced product in it, the Cordell's Versicola, but no sugar except for a little coating to keep them sticking together. No corn syrup. Most gummies have corn syrup. No corn syrup. 100% natural. They taste amazing. And if they don't want the gummies, we have cookies, chocolate chip, and oatmeal cookies. Oh my gosh, the oatmeal cookies. I just tasted them recently and they're so yummy. So grandma could say, would you like a gummy? Would you like grandma's cookies, or the parent? And make them want to take these instead of have to take them. But that's why Flintstone vitamins were so popular when they were introduced. It made taking the supplements, even though we don't think they were that great for them, but it made it to where the kids wanted to take it and they asked for it. And we want to do the same thing. That's why we've done some kid-friendly products. And we have seen some amazing things with children. A little boy who had the worst little crusty nose every morning, and they were going to put him on steroids, 3 years old. And the grandmother was just mortified, and she opened up a Cordell's Versicola capsule, because this is a capsule. She put it in his smoothie, and the next morning he woke up with no crusty nose. And she was keeping him over the weekend, and she did it for Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and no crusty nose. And this was like a daily event that they had to deal with, warm compresses on his little nose, and he was all congested and coughing. And so now she had to deal with, I have to tell the mother that I did something without her permission. But what they say, sometimes asking for forgiveness is better than asking for permission. And the mother was not happy, but couldn't argue with the results. We're like 3 or 4 years later, this little boy, who's now 6 or 7 years old, did not have to go on steroids. Think about that. Think about a little kid at 3 and what kind of damage could be done to the whole body's function by going on something as strong as a steroid. So we're pretty excited about what we do. And so we just want to ask you guys to join us on this mission. We're just not here to sell products. We're here to build a movement. We're here that is about a movement that's been ancient wisdom supported, and modern science is now catching on to it. We believe that pets and their parents all deserve to thrive together, live their best life, and live it with energy and clarity and joy, and no synthetic drugs. Synthetic drugs are hurting our bodies. They're hurting our animals' bodies. And we need to, realize that helping animals live longer, helping people live better is our mission. We're also disrupting the pet industry. The pet industry, they've done some crazy things. The pharmaceutical industry, the pet industry has been immersed in it. Our veterinarians, who we love, and like Kristen says, I don't think that they're nefarious. They just don't know better. They're making 34% of their money from pharmaceuticals. They're giving our dogs drug after drug after drug, vaccine after vaccine, rabies, this, that. We've had dogs with as many being on 10 medications, including Prozac. By supporting this community and this podcast and going to sheepdogspets.com, you're going to help the people that are working so hard for you. So share the link from today. It's an interesting subject that everybody can relate to. And who knows, they might fall in love with the sheepdogs and start watching the sheepdogs and listening to the sheepdogs and learning from the sheepdogs. And we just appreciate everything that you guys do for us as to allowing us to be on this. I know Kristen has to jump off. She has another event she has to be at, but I'm going to end with a little picture here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if you can see it. This dog right here. This dog was laying on its side, not moving 4 weeks ago. And they were really considering putting this pup down. We FedEx, and that is something that we have available is FedEx. And Canadian customers. I'll tell you something about that in a minute. We FedEx mush ponies to this dog because we wanted to really, really give this dog a huge dose. And this dog is now out walking again, eating, leading his pack of his little brothers and sisters that are up here. He's leading the pack on a little walk, and they cannot believe the difference. This is why we do what we do. And for our Canadian people, we have something exciting for you. The company has made a commitment to Canada, and that commitment is that we will be absorbing the tariffs and the VAC. Kristen, elaborate a little bit more on that. I don't want to get the words wrong. VAC
Yeah.
and tariffs, right?
The duties and the tariffs, the company will actually pay those on your behalf. So
Yes.
all that the customers will have to pay is just the shipping and the taxes based off of their province. But there's just so many people and animals that are struggling right now in Canada, and our company wants to get these products out to them and get it to them as quickly as they can without it being a stress or a burden on them. And so they have decided to go ahead and cover all those costs for our Canadian customers, which I'm so grateful to. Yeah, I'm so grateful that there are just people that really care. There are people that are purpose driven, and those are the kinds of people that I want to work with. Like, those are the types of people that I want to support.
And we had a gentleman in Canada who called us and said his father, who was 92, had just been diagnosed with a pretty bad condition of lung cancer, and they wanted to start him on the Coriolus versicolor mushroom. And so he wanted to buy a pack, because if he spent $1,000, he got $1,300 in product. So our pack buying is amazing. But then when we got it all figured up, it was $135 with the taxes and the tariffs and all of those things. Well, because the company made this announcement, it actually cut it all down to just $16 in shipping. And he was thrilled, elated, and so thankful and grateful to the company. And I was very thankful because he got the product in 9 days, which was, I thought, really good. And he started on it, and we're gonna like all wish him well. So, for the sheepdogs, for all of you, thank you so much. Kim, do you want to end with anything? Do you have anything you want to add?
Yes, I've got a question for Kristen. Can you explain the importance of taurine in the food? And then I have another thing to say.
Oh, the taurine is crucial. That's what helps with their vision, their coat, their muscles. And it's something that is absent from almost all of the foods that we're feeding them are taurine depleted. And unfortunately, even people that are feeding their pets raw, and which is better than, a lot of the other stuff that's out there, even a lot of the ingredients that we're getting from the stores are taurine depleted. But it's something that when they're out in nature hunting and dogs and cats are out hunting and eating, it's something that's bioavailable in the organs and, all the different parts of the body. So taurine is very beneficial for dogs. It's critical for cats. Cats have to have it. And we add that we had additional taurine, naturally sourced taurine, by the way, not synthetically sourced, into our dog and our cat food to make sure that they have that critical component.
That's awesome.
Well, and also a question about the gummies. They are safe for adults too.
Yes. Oh my gosh, they're so good. They taste so good.
No one will judge you.
So on the food, the other thing to remember is when you look at our food and you might think, ooh, that's a little pricey. First of all, if you go on to Smart Ship, then it's only $10 to ship a 12-pound bag. You get a nice break on that. But you have to remember that our food has prebiotics and probiotics and taurine. Those two things would be an additional cost if you were adding them separately, as well as we feed less on our food. Our food is more dense and it's baked at lower temperatures. So what happens with the food is that when you do dollar per dollar, apple per apple, we're right in there with the other premium foods. We are not overpriced at all, but you have to look at all of the components that go into it.
And my next thing is, I'm wondering if anyone, especially on the panel and then any listeners, Onyx has not been a licker or a chewer or anything on her body. I mean, the first time she scratched, I was like, what are you doing? But anyway, has anybody noticed after that first big snowstorm in January, have any of the pets been just digging at their paws?
Yeah, it's the chemicals in the ground from the snow coming down, chemtrails, all of that, as well as what's going on with the snow removal chemicals, the salts, whatever they're using, all of those things together. So it's very important when you bring the dogs in after snowstorms, you wash their feet. I would start Onyx on some Bucky Bites for a little while.
Okay, well, she's been getting those.
And Kim, every time I take Bud out, I take a washcloth, an old one, and I have it in my pocket, and I wipe his feet off every time. So and I wipe his pee-pee too.
Yeah.
So he's all he's all clean.
Well, I have been, I do that. I'll wipe her feet down, but with a dry towel. So I thought, well, there's something else. And she's still continuing to lick. So I'm thinking that stuff has just penetrated, and I'm just so upset about it.
Do you have any of the body balm?
I do.
Yeah, so wash her feet really good and get in between her little toe beans. Get in there really good, wash her feet really good, and then put some of the body balm on too.
Okay. She'll lick it right off. She loves it.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I know. Isn't that funny? Like Cody licking my mushrooms off my face last night. That was so funny. I was like, hey, that's fine.
Our dog, when we put the body balm plus on, like our legs, he won't stop. Like there's nothing we can do to get him to stop licking our legs. He loves it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's funny how they are. You're just like when you hurt yourself and your dog goes and starts to lick your wound.
Yep.
That is, to me, that is such a loving gesture. I always say thank you, because they're trying to help.
Yes.
Right. I got to jump off, but it's good to see everybody.
All right, ladies.
Thank
you,
you.
Kristen.
Thank you, Kristen.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Good night,
Thank you for coming
everyone.
on.
Yeah, you're showing the chemtrails. I mean, we were just talking to someone the other day about when I lived in Ohio growing up. I lived in Akron, Ohio. I lived on Goodyear Boulevard, which meant we were by Goodyear, Firestone, General Tire, all the tire factories. And the snow would come down and it would be stunningly beautiful for about 5 minutes. And then the soot from the rubber companies would just blanket on top of the snow. And we didn't know how bad that was for us back then, but we know now there are things coming down from the atmosphere with the snow. And that's, I'm sure, what's happening with Onyx's feet.
Yeah. Yeah. And she never licked, never scratched, never did any of that stuff beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
And so
she also just finished her first heat cycle too.
Yes. And also about that
with her.
I'm sorry.
There's a lot going on with her right now. So you might see some strange things like that for a little while. Yeah. But I think it's the outside environment stuff that she's stepping on.
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah. All right.
Look at those chemtrails. Yuck.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, I thank you ladies for coming on with us tonight. We're going to do a little special treat for the tribe, so we're going to hang out for a little bit longer. But we want to thank you for coming on with us tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
You can stay on, or you can go backstage, or
we're going to go backstage.
I'll remove you from the screen, and then. But I want to thank you, ladies, for coming on. Nature Girl, you're awesome.
Yes, thank y'all.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
You've been with us for a couple of years now. It's kind of time has flown by.
Yeah.
But we want to thank you so much for sticking with us even after Mike's transition. So
absolutely, thank you.
We love watching what you guys have done, and the tenacity that you've had with just keeping this going. And I know it wasn't easy, and we applaud you for all the work you've done.
Yes, absolutely, and thanks for sticking with us.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you.
Sheepdogspets.com. Go check it out.
That's right.
Love and light. Y'all good to have a good night.
Thanks.
There we go. All righty. Let's see. Let's fix the screen here. There we go. Right there. All right. Is everybody? Let's see here. Let's see, remove this one. Now let's fix the screen. All right, so we're going to go over a few things here. Let me get this screen correct here. There we go. There we go. So thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for sticking around. We're going to go ahead and continue with the show right here. We got a few things we want to go over. And no fear porn, just information that.
And if you haven't, go check out our show from this morning that's been uploaded. It was really good on clones, Epstein, and the garden. Check it out.
All right, here it is. From breakdown to breakthrough. Is that, or is that right now?
That's right.
Oh, the Garden Breakers. Oh, the
Yeah.
Garden Breakers. That's an interesting title, right?
Hmm.
So we're talking about the Garden of Eden, right there. We just uploaded that just a few hours ago from this morning. Also, go check out the Mind Unveiled channel. Is what we presented some of that from. Let me pull that up real quick.
That's on YouTube.
Hmm The Mind Unveiled channel. So they got a lot of content that'll help you along the way once the veil is lifted. You got Mind Unveiled. They got to go over vampires, Christianity, weapons, magic, China, Spain, chakras, giants, everything, Cabbage Patch. So we want to go to, here is the channel. He has several channels in different languages too. It's not just English, but he does it all worldwide. So there's several Mind Unveiled in different languages in different countries. We went over Hollywood New this morning. Right
Documented
here.
points of similarity.
We went about 2 hours and 14 minutes in that. And you want to talk about enlightening, right? And I think one of the movies was called The Island. Is that the one where
Yes.
he went from the underground, he climbed Jacob's ladder into the light, and then had to come back down into the underground? Because once you're enlightened, right, you still have to function within the matrix, right?
That's right.
You still got to be up there. Yeah. It so it could be a struggle, right? Having to go down, see some things as they are and not as you thought they were. But you see right here on the screen, you have like Tom McDonald made the cloned rappers. We went, what was it?
We played
Weird Al. I think I'm a
Yeah.
clone now. I think I'm a clone now. Right? What other AC/DC clones? Smashing Pumpkins had a song about clones.
There were some rapper songs.
Oh yeah. So that's what it was, and this all linked to Epstein, right? The movies and what they show you in the movies and DreamWorks, right? So The Island, you can go watch that. Stepford Wives is a good one. There's Clonus was produced independently because that was the original movie.
There was a 1970 Stepford Wives, and then there was a current one with Nicole Kidman. Yeah, kind of gives you an idea. And it all ties in with the Epstein files and the Epstein, what they found in the Epstein documents.
Yeah.
So it was more than just trafficking. It's much, much deeper. So yeah, we went into all that this morning. So go check it out on Rumble. It's uploaded on Rumble only.
Do we have it on the screen here? Right here, yeah.
And also it's pinned in the chat if you're in the
There you go.
Telegram
The
chat.
Garden Breakers. We'll put it in the chat for you. Here, let me get that link. There we go. Does anybody have any questions along this? Put the questions in the chat.
Okay, I
Hold on
found
one
his little
second.
secret.
What the heck is that? The advertisements? What the hell? His little secret advertisement. Is this what y'all have to watch on the advertisements on Rumble? I don't know. I don't watch. I pay to not have ads. Right, a couple of bucks. The ads suck. Right.
Yeah.
Here's the link for
Sure does.
this morning's show. Here's the link for this channel, Mind Unveiled. And let's look at his. I mean, unless you guys want to watch war coverage on CNN and Fox all day and not educate yourself, I mean, you just
No,
want
no,
to
no.
mindlessly watch the
No, thank
TV
you.
where they talk about nothing over and over. So there's three different. So we have Hollywood New because they put it in the movies, and that's what it was all about. Matrix, the different movies. Also, there is Epstein Uploaded Consciousness, and that was 12 days ago on Mind Unveiled. It already got 211,000 views. Epstein Led a Secret Society. That was 2 weeks ago, 143,000 views. You see right there. But other than that, you go to the playlist, the videos. And it talks about Tartaria. All right, different things like that, different symbolisms, occult, MK Ultra, right? That's what it talks about. Predictive programming, debunking history. We go all the way back. So a lot of different interesting, really good research. The Spy Kids, right? Talking about cloning, huh, clones, mind control, genetic experiments. Um, Politics unveiled, anti-Masons, occult government, and the puppet show that we watch. That would probably be a good one. Jesus spoke Arabic and lived in Europe. Bazaar 1903. So underground, China Wall, different, a lot, the beams, dues right here, ancient dues,
It will
and World
definitely
Fair.
unveil your mind.
Oh yeah, the World Fair death ray, 1904. I
Oh
think,
yeah, that's even in the documents from the Tartaria book.
and then the top hats, the black hats, was like mind control devices, mercury poisoning in the hats.
Yeah, it made them.
It made them
That's why they
mad, Mad
called it the
Hatter.
Mad Hatter. It made them crazy.
Right. So we could really go, like, I don't want to get off track here with this because I could really.
Yeah, you can
I've
go
watched
deep
just
into
about
it.
every one of these probably. I don't think
Yeah, we
there's
have
one I haven't watched.
every one of them.
Still Mudflood, if you'd like to want to talk, go into that. So this would be good to share with people that you're maybe trying to red pill, or just maybe just, I don't know, however people do it. You need more. You don't know where to get good content, it's good research, and then what happens is, when you're watching it, it could unlock a door for you, connect another dot. You can get more research right from it, especially the Odd Fellows. Tartaria explained the Odd Fellows, repopulation, orphans, ghost cities.
That talks about the Masons and secret societies, how that started. They also have one that how we used to not have politics, left right, and it goes into how that started with the donkey and the elephant. That's real interesting too.
And if you like shorts like Mickey, Miss Mickey, there's a bunch of shorts that you can watch real quick. 60-second, 2-minute clips. World Fair and Freemasons, Part One. Predictive programming right here, September 10th. Snake Eye, Charlie Kirk. Right, we went over that.
Oh yeah.
And Charlie Kirk's. All I can tell you right now is they might have took Charlie Kirk out from the world stage, but his voice is reverberating pretty strong right now throughout this process since we've invaded whatever the hell they want to call it. I know war in Iran, right? Charlie Kirk's really, his messages, right? Like this one, it's going unnoticed. But we'll get back to that in a minute. Uh, so little shorts right here, bunch of different ones. I like the shorts too. I would, I wish I could make more shorts, but it's really just real quick information, boom, 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 and then share. So, uh, yeah. So here you go. Spy Kids, a weird movie, cult movie, for instance.
Watch Spy Kids again, and I forgot how weird this movie is. I think most people just remember the animated thumb people, and that's what kind of burns into their minds. However, there are some very unsettling things about this movie that I wanted to briefly cover, as it seems to be revealing some secret truths about our world. I mean, really think what this movie is about. You have secret government programs with advanced tech, a guy who's mind controlling the youth through his demonic TV show. You have memory wiping, genetic experiments, AI clones, fake virtual worlds, and strangely, human trafficking. And mind you, this is a film made for children. So out of nowhere, I randomly watched Spy Kids again, and I forgot how weird this movie is. I think most people.
So you see how they do it. So
Oh,
Epstein was meeting with these people, these
right, he
movie,
ties it all in.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Epstein was talking about this. All links into Epstein,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And the
How,
CIA.
right. And
So
the
it's the same
CIA,
intelligence
and the
agencies.
actors, how the actors are involved, the Freemasons.
So is this the same intelligence agencies that told Trump that he needed to bomb Iran? Real quick.
Right. Right. Or is that Trump? Right. Is that a clone? Allegedly, just entertainment purposes only.
All right. Yeah, we're just here entertainers, right? So Hollywood new, mind unveiled. Let's see what else we got. Tucker says Mossad agents captured by Gulf countries. That's break. We wrote that yesterday. All right. So we got a few things. A lot of psyops taking place, right? False flags, et cetera, et cetera. But tonight we got. Let's see here. We had elections here in Texas, like here recently, like last night, right?
Hmm.
Everybody was worried about the mosque and the Muslims and this, that, and the other, right?
Yeah.
The psyops here. So Texas is already owned by Israel, and you send Israel your money, and now you are sending your sons and daughters to the Middle East to die in their wars. And this is the sad truth that people are having to face. It's not the Muslims, right? We fight their wars. Muslims get displaced. Mayorkas lets them in. All part of the Jewish plan. Stop fighting each other is what the point is. It's part of the plan. Destabilize the countries, then they bring them in through different other countries. Like you see what they're doing in the UK, right? So listen to what the rabbi says. It is their wet dream to have Christians and Muslims killing each other in wars. Do y'all see what's going on now with their intelligence? The same intelligence agencies involved with the Epstein shit, right?
I came into Congress 13 years ago with the stated intention of being the leading defender of Israel in the United States Senate. Right. I've worked every day to do that.
Right. That was creative. Gen X Girl 1994, right? On X. This is from Amanda. She shared that from Gen X Girl on X, right? So they want our sons and daughters to be in bags. We've already lost so far. I think it was 7 or 8 troops. I think the reporting isn't accurate. I think there's more. You know how they withhold the deaths, just like the COVID jab stuff, right? You heard about the cases, but you don't know the after effects of what, right? Same thing. So the reporting inaccurate. What what they're seeing is explosions on the ground, and they can only judge by how many people are injured by the ambulances as it takes leaving the scene. And you see they're just counting the ambulances, stuff like that. So we got. I don't think so. This is the real quick. This is. I don't think people truly understand. Okay, this is. I don't think people truly understand what's about to happen with X money. So they're gonna do X money on X.
Yeah.
The guy that's like suppressing everybody's voice and blocking people, and that's what they were saying. Like, okay, so we're gonna do X money. What happens if I say something wrong, and you guys shut me out of my account?
Mm-hmm.
And
there goes your money.
There goes my money, and I can't get access to it because you don't like what I say.
That's it.
So why participate in these platforms that have been suppressing the people's voices via the algorithms?
Well, they've already been doing that.
I wouldn't give them nothing. I
So
wouldn't
they may pay you on there to post and stuff, but they can take it away too.
So this is Elon going back to his roots, back to X.com, and building what he always wanted in the first place, one place that runs your entire financial life. When he rebranded Twitter to X in 2023, he said straight up that we're adding the ability to conduct your entire financial world. He even said you may not even need a traditional bank account. Wow. Most people brush that off, and now it's becoming real. X money. Money is gold and silver, right?
Yes.
So this
And
is
we
false
went over
advertising.
that, how a lot of the states are switching to the gold and silver with the bullion depositories, right? Texas is the one doing it because the federal government is going to go, they're not, they're going to keep it fiat, right? So, and they're looking into CBDCs, the federal government. So the states are stepping up. Texas is the first one that's like pretty much got it together to go have an alternative to the CBDCs, which would be 100% precious metal backed. And other states are looking into that as well.
Right. So we see right here they say X money. Money is a current medium of exchange in the form of coins and banknotes. Coins and banknotes collectively, right? The assets, property, and resources owned by someone or something or wealth, right? We call money, right? So money has already been live in closed beta internally within the company. A limited external beta is expected soon, and they've already secured money transmitter licenses in over 40 states plus DC. So you have X payments is registered within the FinCEN. The fencing? Are you fencing us in?
Right,
Like,
that's
why
what
are
it
these?
sounds like.
How do you fence the cattle in? I don't know. How can we, like, what are we gonna call it? I don't know.
President?
Sin? Fin though. Don't misspell it. Just misspell it and then like put
Yeah.
3 caps at the end of it. Make it look weird. So payments is registered with FinCEN. Visa is officially partnered. You'll be able to fund your wallet instantly, send peer-to-peer payments, move money to your bank, and eventually use a debit card. So they're calling fiat digital currency money. And it's just all digital. So there you go. And I think this is just the beginning. This will probably start as simple like wallet where you can send money as easily as sending a DM. So I'd have to get, I'm going to look into this a little
Well,
bit
like
more.
they said, they'll offer you like incentives at first, right?
Yeah.
They'll go smooth, and then they might start tightening up on like what you say, right?
So with this technology, you can pay creators, pay subscriptions, pay whatever bills. You can shop inside the app. You can get paid inside the app, and much more. Then there will be high yield savings. You can invest. You can get loans, have money market accounts, maybe even treasury access, cool smart cash tags that let you see like livestock prices. The Dow right now. Sorry, sorry. Like you said, I keep thinking Pam Bondi every time I
They
see.
MK ultraed you.
Oh, sorry guys. I thought it was.
After having 2 permanently suspended accounts on Twitter and 1 that was stolen and not being able to get help from anybody, there is no way you cannot get help from anybody. And I can be obnoxious. I mean, not.
Well, you're gonna have to argue with AI now.
Yeah, I don't do well in those arguments.
Oh, I know. They ain't got time for all that. Huh? Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody. So, yep. Yeah, it is hard to. You want to see you're moving away from peer to peer, human to human contact, and you're just everything's just going to be digitally, right?
Right, but there's
Right.
going to be other options.
Oh
So,
yeah.
but you know
You
they're
can't
gonna
replace human
like they
interaction.
said, they're gonna hook you in with, it's gonna sound really great, and maybe you'll get a whole bunch of money. I don't know, but
Well, maybe the Dow will go up past 50,000 to 60, and then we can.
Hey, don't
Okay.
they give you free money sometimes at the casinos, don't they?
at the casinos,
Yeah, they're like, here, you can
I
have
don't
some
know.
of this.
I've
Yeah.
never been.
oh yeah, they get,
Yeah.
and then you get hooked, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's
Yeah,
like
because they give you alcohol too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
And
like-
it's a really nice environment. And
it's like the drugs are free until you got to start paying for them.
I know.
that's right.
Then it gets you.
And that's when they'll hook you.
Same thing with big pharma.
Yeah.
You know, you could talk about any drug really.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get you hooked, and then when the meds go up, you're stuck, and you're like, damn, my shit just went up, and then you're struggling trying to make, decide between getting your prescription or eating that night. But good thing we got that Trump RX on coming down the pipe, so we should all be good. But you can't make America healthy again when you got fast food restaurants on every corner.
No. That's a
McDonald's,
decision you have
Wendy's,
to make.
Sonic, yeah. So people have to make those decisions themselves. You can't make anyone do anything. You can't make America great. You can't make it
No.
healthy either.
You got to give them choices, and there's going to be choices.
I remember early in my training that Trump was supposed to have taken all of that medication and put it aside for when the 10 days of darkness comes so that the military can hand it out. The white hats are going to handle. But now you find out that he's basically stole.
Well, the medication they were talking about handing out, I think it's called Fuck It All.
Probably. I've seen ads about that on Twitter.
Yeah, they're going to hand out Fuck It All to everybody that can. Yeah, that's the new. You get it free if you just type in 88022. So we have you'll be able to look at your stock prices in your timeline. And execute trades seamlessly. Trading what? Crypto integration. So they're just playing a game online. It's just playing a game that they control. They win on. This is like a casino. We know 80% of the money goes to them, 25% maybe a payout, but they win every time. So just think every transaction. I wonder what the transaction costs are going to be. And then you have millions of people make a transaction. You can make billions of dollars a day.
Guess what? On those, you have to pay taxes.
Yeah.
Right? Gold and silver, don't.
All right.
That's the difference.
So cool, smart cash tags that let you see livestock prices in your timeline and execute trades seamlessly. Crypto integration, there you go. Potentially full asset management. The full asset management, holy shit. The list goes on and on. Elon literally said this is meant to be the central source of all monetary transactions. So, bro, think about that for a second. Your X profile becomes your financial identity.
Thank you.
Was that supposed to be like exciting? I don't get it. I think that was supposed to be like, bro, think about this for a second. Your X profile becomes your financial identity, man. It's gonna be awesome. That's probably okay. Everyone you follow is already there. Yeah, but it's a bunch of bots.
There's a lot of bots.
Like I don't even know if there's any real people on X. That I know Shipwreck might be real. I know Nadine, but that's about everyone you interact with is already there. That social graph becomes your distribution engine. Like you won't even need a separate banking app. No need for a separate investing app. No need for a separate payment app. This all lives where you already spend your time, right here on X. Right.
Yeah, this guy's looking for some free Twitter bucks.
Right.
Yeah. Well, this is Elon shared this.
Oh, I thought this was a private account that was putting this together.
No, this is mainstream. This is Elon shared this from Tesla Economics. He said this is going to be big, and that's where I got it right here. Look, I got it I don't really check out Elon's stuff too much, but when it comes across and I see something like, wait, let me go right here. Here it is. Wait, no, is that it? Well, anyway, Elon shared it. You just have to trust me on that one. It'll probably come across here in a minute. But Elon shared this and said this is going to be big. Yeah, so this is.
Do we trust him?
Here, right, here it is right here. Elon Musk, this will be big. This just came out today. So while you're watching the war games on TV, the blackout, the endless mind fuck by so-called experts, this is taking place.
Yep.
So you see the card right here with the little chip in it. This is a tracking chip.
Yeah.
Even if you don't swipe it at the store, the sensors still pick up you going in and out of a store. This is like the same thing as the toll bridge chip. when you just fly over under the toll bridge. What do they call that? The easy tag?
Yes.
Yeah, same little chip, same chip in your phone. So that's the black card. I guess that looks like the black card with the X on it, right? Little fancy card. Tesla economics. So before, wait, where are we at? So everyone you follow is already there. We already did that. Okay. So look at WeChat in China, which Elon always alluded to, right? Remember he said they were in a race with China?
Yes.
Payments, messaging, shopping, investing, and all integrated in one app. It handles the money trillions in volume and became deeply embedded in everyone's daily life. Now, X is building the Western version of that, but with a more global reach. And AI layered on top of all this. Before you call me crazy, you have to understand how big this opportunity is, it says. Digital payments globally and measured in tens of trillions of dollars annually, right? Even just capturing a small slice of that across hundreds of millions and eventually a billion users can change everything. X already has the audience that lowers customer acquisition costs significantly. Add fintech revenue on top of ads, plus float, plus lending, plus investing tools, and we're talking about a completely different valuation profile. So now $44 billion for this company looks like the bargain of the decade, but this was one of the main reasons I invested in X. And if they execute the way they've um, executed at Tesla and SpaceX, this could truly and fundamentally redefine how people handle money. So most people today still see X as just a social media app, right? And they still see, just like they still see their phones as just a phone when it's not, right? Or this TV is just a TV. It's so most people still see X as just a social media app, just like that phone. It's more than just a phone now. It used to be a little phone, right? That's all we did was just call somebody. Now it's a whole nother. If you notice, your smartphone is no longer a phone; it's a wallet, a phone,
Yeah.
tracking device,
Everything.
videos, cameras, everything all in one in your hand, in your palm of your hand.
Even directions.
Oh yeah.
GPS. Oh yeah.
There used to be a separate thing for that. What,
Yeah, you
what
used to
was
have to get a Garner GPS in your car.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
So, and this, I believe, is once in a generation opportunity. Elon is calling this a game changer, and I believe him. So, Tesla economics. You go down here, and it says your X profile becomes your financial identity. Yeah, that's exactly the problem. Do you know how many times I've been restricted or sent to Twitter jail for wrong think? If my bank account gets turned off every time I say something that they don't like, that wouldn't be great. So,
Yeah,
for that
you don't
reason,
even
I'm
know
out.
what they don't tell you what they don't like. They never tell you. Like you have to actually guess. And if you're on there all the time,
I've been
you
trying to
don't
figure
know
that
what
out.
you posted.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
But
they give you no clues, nothing. They just you're just
Well,
cut off. You're on Twitter Island. You're cut off from
well, the
everybody.
The
yeah.
clue is when you go back and look the numbers of what you just said, like a day, 6 hours later, and you see nobody's seen it.
Right.
You know how it shows the numbers at right here, 107,000. You see that, Nadine, right here on
Yeah.
the screen? Yeah, mine will have like 3 or 4 views,
Yeah. And one
and
of
I
them
post
me.
all the time, and it's like 3 or 4 or 5 views, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah, one of them's me, and I've already retweeted and heart.
So you think you're posting to a wall, and millions can see it, but that's not the case. You're in a little. They got you in a little box,
Yeah.
The
depending on.
dangerous part about that with that Twitter, if they have spaces, spaces is kind of like Telegram chat, but there's a certain amount of mics and people kind of it flows like a chat would instead of like we're learning with you guys. So we don't all speak, and we don't have like that flow going. But if you have that going where people are just talking regular, people can kind of bully you out of money. Like if they're trying to sell something, it could get uncomfortable
Yeah.
for
Definitely.
some people. It wouldn't for me, but
Yeah. So that's how they are going to get everyone to accept the social credit score mark of the beast. You say a spicy thing and you're suspended and debanked simultaneously. How efficient.
It'll be a lesson learned to
What happens when your identity says the things of wrong speak nature? Whatever that wrong speak, I guess saying the wrong thing.
yeah.
Interesting passage, verse 17. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the same, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. All right, six was a big number in the cloning factory, which looks like it's the golden ratio, right? It forms that six pattern or like a shell, right? But it's really your DNA strand. If you turn it three-dimensionally, you'll see the ladder, the spiral up of the six. Starts from the one point of light, right? So we have what happens if your account gets suspended? Bitcoin is perfect X money. Changed my mind. There's no effing way I would trust Elon Musk or any of his companies ever to handle anything like you're talking about. Are you effing high? This guy is blasted off ketamine and about to get either deported or jailed. Why would anyone do this? Because it's not Elon, is it? I don't know that. He's just a face. It's the system. You keep thinking Elon is a person created all this shit. Right? That's where we mess up.
That's a lot of people think, most people, you know.
It's all government.
Yeah, most people think he's actually a real
with an
person.
Elon mask.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Martha Stewart coming out and selling you some shit.
Yeah, you remember she was on Sports Illustrated. Do you remember seeing that picture?
Who, Martha Stewart?
Yeah, it was like maybe 3 years ago or something. She's like 70, sitting there in a bathing suit. Like,
Ain't it sad? That's ugh.
I have to try to. That was when she was hanging out with Snoop Dogg.
Oh wow!
I'll try to find the photo.
What happened to her? I
Isn't
haven't seen her.
isn't it sad that she's the only one that's been arrested in America?
Yeah, isn't it? That's some shit.
Martha Stewart is the only one that's been taken down from this corrupt government. That's it.
She must have did something about her, or cloned it.
And she didn't. She must have passed or something. They usually need a few months. They usually do the rappers like that. They send them off to jail and they come back out with the whole other look and style, and well, not really style. They still got some of the mannerisms. So having your social, yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I found it. I'm gonna send it over to Sheepdog Telegram so you can see it.
Okay.
If you see anything in the chat, put it on the screen. If anybody has anything to add to the conversation tonight.
Right.
So having your social media account tied to your bank account is some nightmare, dystopian insanity. I hope nobody actually does this. Here's what happens when your X account is put on timeout for a week or permanently banned for supposedly saying the wrong thing. No thanks. And it shows right here, if your X account gets temporarily timeout and suspension, X money access pauses, but your funds stay secure. Oh, thank you. I can't get it, but it'll be there when I get back. Like, wow.
Yeah, it looks like they screwed too many people over.
Yeah.
Way too many people for nothing. You don't know what you did. Like that's like your mom giving you a dirty look and you're like, but I've been hanging around you all day. You didn't say anything. And then all of a sudden I'm getting a dirty look.
Exactly.
All right. So I got it. So this is Grok saying this. If your X account gets temporarily timed out or suspension, X money access pauses, but your funds stay secure in the regulated wallet, segregated per money transmitter rules. For permanent bans, after appeals, contact support to withdraw, transfer everything to a verified. So then you have to if you want to appeal it, you want to just withdraw from the whole damn thing, everything to you had to get it to a verify. And then they got to verify your account. So now they want access to your account to verify it's legitimate.
Here's that picture, Ben.
So you can. Oh my God.
Gotta show
Hold
that
on.
when you're done.
All right, let me finish this. Wow, you just really. Now I know what Nadine's seeing and why her eyes are hurting.
Oh, gee whiz.
So for permanent bans, after appeals, contact support to withdraw, transfer everything to a verified link bank. No forfeiture. Financial regs protect balances like any fintech. E.g., got PayPal, Venmo. It's tied to the account, but money isn't lost. All right, so here we go. Let's look at Martha Stewart, the only person that's been arrested. What year did she go to prison? Oh man, did I just close everything out?
Yeah.
Hope not. Damn it, I just closed out everything I had open. Just to go look at Martha Stewart in the bikini. Wow. Damn it. I just closed, I X'd out everything I had open. Oh well. Oh. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, she did some hard time, man.
She went to jail in 2004.
Damn, George Bush locked her ass up?
For 5 months.
Wow, it seemed like a lot
Got out
longer.
March 2005. That's right. That's what it says here.
Oh,
Yeah, it does seem like a lot longer.
It says that the case stemmed from her sale of nearly 4,000 shares of ImClone systems stock in December 2001. That's ImClone.
Yeah, ImClone.
What? Don't tell me this.
What
That's some shit.
is I?
Means something more to us now.
What league did she play in? She played volleyball? What is it?
Oh, I think she
What's
just
going
cooked.
on here?
Didn't she just cook?
What sport did she play?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she just cooked.
Oh, that's a sport?
It says Biclone is also it's now called ImClone.
Totally has nothing to do with cloning.
Pharmaceutical company focused on developing cancer treatment, best known for its works on Erbitux, a monoclonal antibody therapy. Because it was insider trading investments. Biological cancer drugs,
Biological cancer drugs.
That's what it
Meanwhile,
says.
Nancy Pelosi does like
FDA
4,000. Nancy Pelosi does like 4,000 in shares like a day for selling.
Right.
So ImClone was bought by Eli Lilly. Ooh, I wonder. Trump mentioned Eli Lilly a lot, right?
Yeah.
ImClone. I think it's telling you something. What do you think?
No, I think it's totally
Shock
not.
everybody.
I'm telling you, I did not buy that woman's photograph. See, it's right there on the shelf. I didn't buy it.
I don't think they're talking about cloning at all.
Did you finish reading?
Yeah.
I was just an embryo when I first saw it. Cells were removed and then a micropip took me out. I didn't know what this was all about.
Wow.
A nucleate in my cytoplasm was all alone, but I am onto new things now. I see.
Be sure to close out with Glenda.
Why do
The
you always?
donor egg that they have found for me.
Phone song.
I got it. Yeah.
This egg was unfertilized and they put me in it and they cared for me till I became a new embryo. And then they put me in the mother, hoping
exactly identical in every thinkable way. It's a clone story, baby, just duplicate.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, there you go.
And
Yeah.
he described
Uh-huh.
exactly like in the Mind of Beld how they talk about how they do the cloning
Yeah.
right
Open
in
that
the
Yeah.
petri dish.
A little song there from what's it called? The Clone Story, a biology song.
Yes. Yeah, we posted it on the chat.
Yeah, I was looking up the cloning videos.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh?
What do you think, Nadine?
I think if it was a few years ago, I probably would have looked cross-eyed.
Right? You're like, what is she talking about? But
I wouldn't have
yeah,
been able
now
to.
you're like, wow.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to hear it. You know, I would hear you, but it wouldn't register.
Right.
But I wouldn't doubt it for 1 minute with these people or whatever
Yeah.
the hell they are.
I hope you wouldn't doubt it. They're telling you to your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're Barbie and Ken, like you were saying this morning.
Uh-huh.
They got no extras.
No.
They're actually sometimes two.
Yes.
Boy.
And that's why why the twin thing is important too, because some of I mean, there's natural twins, but there's also the biologically cloned twins.
Yeah.
And then
So
when I was driving when you were talking about the they were making the doubles, the clones, so that if they didn't want to have a child themselves, they could have the clone have the child.
Yes.
Like, how selfish and
surrogate.
self-important do you have to be?
Right? Oh yeah. They don't want to ruin their body, or I don't know. Yeah, so they have a clone surrogate,
right.
and it doesn't end well for that person,
Everyone is
according to that's not good.
Not really.
Oh, they probably just chop the person up after. Like, yeah, dinner.
Right? Ugh. My gosh. Yeah, it gets pretty dark. We want to go down that rabbit hole.
I don't doubt anything with these people.
Yeah, it's scary. Very scary. Kind of so weird. Right?
Yeah, and they think we're weird.
Exactly. What's wrong
They
with
would-
us?
Yeah, they would point and laugh at us. And it's like, no, I'm pointing and laughing at you.
Exactly. Exactly. Man.
I'm trying to get to the next thing. So
Oh.
keep talking.
Glendia said, if you're cloned, are you a twin or son or daughter? Right? Well, no.
It's all the same person, isn't it?
Well, if they do it themselves, like not naturally, they could, no telling. They could put one.
It could be part dog.
They
Right?
could, yeah.
Yeah, he said it.
They could mix all sorts of stuff in there. I don't know, but yeah. When watch I think it was part 2 or part 3 of the Mind of Bell, and he goes over there over the documents in the Epstein file where they talk about how they do it. And then he shows like information on how they do it in the petri dish, and they give it a like electric charge, right? So it's a man-made. It's not the spark that happens naturally between a man and woman that the creator sparks it, right? or
Yeah, that
or
blue
the
light.
power between the man and the woman, however that happens, it's a natural spark. But
Yeah, it's
they spark it with electricity. And he goes over that. If you watch the one about when he goes over Frankenstein, right? Yeah. It's like recharging the body with electricity to bring something back to life. Or maybe in that process. It's real interesting.
It's a new way of thinking about everything.
Yeah. Yeah, crazy. But yeah, apparently they've been doing this for a long time. We watched old Twilight Zone, and this was back in the 60s or 40s. something like that. It was an old black and white one where the guy, we happened to catch it for some
Let
reason,
me see if I can find it. Keep going.
and he gets offered from this guy. He's like, because he's worn out at work and he can't please his wife. Because he's too tired from working all day, and she wants to spend time with him and do this and that, and he's just exhausted when he gets home from work. So this guy offers him, takes him to this private thing and says, I can help you out if you pay so much money. I can get you another you. And he takes him, and he's like, okay, yeah, that'd be great. So he gets it's a clone of him, and then the clone sets at home with his wife while he goes to work. But then it's great, everything's great because he's coming home, and his wife's happy and he's making money. But then after a while, his wife is getting too close to, his clone's getting too close to his wife, and his wife's starting to like him, the clone, more than him. Anyways, it's really good. But they were showing you then, and he wants his money back, and then the clone wants to kill him because the clone wants his life and his wife.
Yeah, it is. It's drama.
It is, but
It's like Jerry Springer, but with clones.
Yeah, but
I remember seeing that one.
It was. If we find it, we'll post it. But we just happened to I was like, dang, they were showing us they had clones in. That's what they were talking about, is that these wealthy people, they have a lot of money and they can purchase these things, right? And even like Kevin Hart was telling you, they were like, how do you do this and how do you do that? You're over here and you're going to this and this interview here. And he's like, because I got clones. And then they laugh like it's a joke. Right.
Yeah.
So. And then, I think, who was it? Didn't he touch on the Jim Carrey? Oh, somebody else. Tim Dillon was talking about Jim Carrey, and that's not him. And then they kind of made it.
I think that
I've been told that. Go ahead.
Wasn't Rod Sterling? Wasn't he supposed to be taken out by these people too?
The guy from the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, and then that's what it talks about that too, that they have to medicate them, and they're MK Ultra too, they're like the NPCs almost, and they have to medicate them a lot, and so they don't gain consciousness, right? And they have programming with keywords and stuff and they have handlers. All the clones have handlers. Yeah. So, and then the handler can say a key word to them, right? And anyways, the one that we played today, he goes into all that. So it's really wild. Oh, and then he talks about to protect your DNA. That's why you protect your DNA, because they can clone you. Yeah.
So breaking news, we just had during the Iran strike, an Israeli in the shelter shit himself. So that's major breaking news. It's going across CNN and Fox right now. Nobody was harmed in this. The panic exploded. Everyone started choking, screaming. They couldn't breathe from the stench. I don't know if anybody's seen this.
Wow.
This is
more drama.
pretty disturbing. To witness that Jews in a gas chamber, no pun intended. Well, I guess they didn't work out the ventilation here for this. As you can see, people are having to get the hell out of there in that small cramped space. They're choking. They're having to cover their face.
Hey, I've seen that lady before. That short lady that was pretending she was coughing. I've seen that woman before.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
She's a favorite. Yeah.
She's for the footage. Yeah, for the footage.
Yeah.
Where'd you see her at? Keep talking, Eddie.
Oh, it was I didn't notice it. It was when they were all trying to push each other going in to wherever they're going.
I think they should have gave him some gas masks down there.
They can afford it. I know I gave them my dues.
Did you pay your taxes? Your
Yeah.
property taxes?
That lady right there. That lady.
Oh wow.
Let's see what she's up to. That she must be desperate. She's like, okay, they're looking for crisis actors for a scene where someone shits themselves. And oh, I'll take it. I'll take it. All right. Well, there we go. This for the president, right? All right. So people are asking. The lefties are waking up. They're going, wait, we're seeing all this war in Israel, right? And Iran. How come we didn't see none of this footage in Ukraine? And where did all the money go? Right? Y'all see the footage? I'll show you the footage here. Here's another. So this is Tel Aviv, right?
Tel Aviv.
Looking pretty bad, right? So the people are seeing this and they're going, wait. We didn't see none of this inside of. There we go, right? So we have people going, wait, what's going on here, man? Where's the
Anybody in the room, where is all the war footage from Ukraine? Anybody in the room? Behind me, way out in the back, you guys way in the back. Where's all the war footage from Ukraine? Because what I'm seeing come out of the Middle East and Iran and Israel and Dubai and Australia, we're seeing all these missiles and missile launchers and aircraft carriers. It's all mapped out for us on all the news, yet there's this huge war that we're funding in Ukraine, and I see absolutely nothing on the news. And I want to know where my tax dollars are going. I'm always on here screaming and yelling at that I and you and everybody else in this country pays way too many tax dollars, especially when we don't even get to choose where our tax dollars go. These rich, out of touch, freaking wannabe celebrity politicians in Hollywood, not in Hollywood, that was a Freudian slip, in Washington, D.C., want to choose for you and me where our tax dollars go. So where the fuck is the war footage in Ukraine? I'll wait, because that little guy that runs around and asks everybody for money, that little freaking dancer, the Ukrainian president. If you're at this big war, why don't you show us the war footage? Where's all the war footage? Because you're a smart guy, yeah? You need the money, yeah? Show us, bring us the receipts.
Uh-oh.
Exactly.
Uh-oh, people are
Bring us
waking
the
up.
receipts.
That's what an
We're not
awakening
falling
looks
for that
like,
crap no more.
right? That's what an awakening looks like, right? People
Yes.
going, wait, hold on here. We sent billions and didn't get no footage? Like, the hell's going on here? So have y'all seen the footage coming out of Israel? It's looking pretty bad.
I haven't.
Footage.
I'm waiting for boots
Is
on the
anyone
ground.
from Israel?
Yeah, I'm
or
waiting for
has
boots on the
family there?
ground. Some you never can really, like, they never want to talk about it. When you ask them, they're like, I don't know, I didn't see nothing. I was in a bunker.
But yeah, that's true. I mean, they could really be in one and they're being told something too. They could be being told something that's not even true. I
Right,
mean, how would you know if you are in a bunker?
right. So the footage that we are getting is looking pretty bad, man.
And you probably wouldn't want to come out to see,
I'd ask Netanyahu, but he's in Germany.
right?
Well, actually, he was on Fox, so I mean, I'm pretty sure. So they're turning this into a religious war, right?
Yeah, like they said, they think that bringing in this brings in
Jesus.
Jesus
Right.
Christ, right?
So hold on. So we're going to war for the Jews that don't even believe in
In Jesus
Jesus. Does that make any sense?
No,
No,
So
not
we're
at
going
all.
to die for Israel that doesn't even believe in Jesus to bring in Jesus?
because of the Schofield Bible, they believe yes, but a lot of them don't know that. They don't know that they don't believe in Jesus. I mean, there's
There
certain
are
sects.
Jews for Jesus. I'm pretty sure I've seen that.
Oh yeah,
There is Jews.
We're talking about Netanyahu.
There are certain
Khazarians.
there is sects SEC of Jews.
I don't know
not
how you get to be a Jew for Jesus.
But they do believe in Jesus, but some of them don't.
Listen up. Just before the war started in Iran, Kash Patel terminated 12 FBI employees. And he did this following revelations that his and the White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles' phones had been under subpoena as part of a probe on the illegal storage of documents at Trump's Mar-a-Lago property. But Patel's revenge strike on the FBI wound up decimating the Bureau's global espionage unit known as CI-12. The elite CI-12 unit focuses on media leaks, global espionage, and international threats against America, emanating from countries such as Cuba and Iran. More broadly, CI squads are the lead domestic teams for investigating insider threats and foreign intelligence activity on American soil. Patel's outing of the CI-12 staff not only came days before attacks in Iran, but also before a deadly mass shooting in Austin, Texas, that was conducted by a man reportedly wearing a sweatshirt that said "Property of Allah." And there's still fears within the FBI that Patel could call more agents and staff in the CI-12 unit. Now, it's crazy that he would do this when he just raised terrorism alerts over fears of retaliation by Iran. Not only that, but the Secret Service finds suspicious package at Trump Tower. And they've already made mention that there could be sleeper cells activated. Those files must have been pretty important to hide to put the American people in danger.
All right, so that was Kash Patel, right?
Right.
Getting rid of the people that actually look out for the sleeper cells. I was wanting to cover, that was the wrong video, but it's still relevant. This is the one right here I was wanting to play. This is from Itty Bitty on X.
Listen up, this is crazy. U.S. troops were told Iran war is for Armageddon, return of Jesus. A combat unit commander told non-commissioned officers at a briefing Monday that the Iran war is part of God's plan and that President Donald Trump was anointed by Jesus to light the signal fire in Iran to cause Armageddon and mark his return to earth. Saturday morning through Monday night, more than 110 similar complaints about commanders in every branch of the military has been logged by the Military Religious Freedom Foundation. The complaints came from more than 40 different units spread across at least 30 military installations. One complainant identified themselves as a non-commissioned officer, NCO, in a unit currently outside the Iran combat zone, but in ready support status. The NCO wrote to the MRFF that their commander urged us to tell our troops that this was all part of God's divine plan, and he specifically referenced numerous citations out of the book of Revelation referring to Armageddon and the imminent return of Jesus Christ. This is the email right here. Pause and read. I find this deeply concerning, especially when we're nowhere near Armageddon. That they are spreading this misinformation to our troops is disturbing. He definitely has an anointed a man that doesn't even show the fruits of the Spirit. Just makes you wonder who told these commanders to say this. Listen up.
Who told those commanders to say that, right?
Yep.
All right. You know, Hegseth's a Zionist. Right.
Right.
So that was on that's not fake news. That's on military. Let's go back and look at this. What this letter right here. It's on military.com as well. This story. In our unit this morning, our commander opened up the combat readiness status briefing by urging us not to be afraid, all quote unquote, as to what is happening with our combat operations in Iran right now. He urges us to tell our troops that this was, quote, all part of God's divine plan. And he specifically referenced numerous citations out of the book of Revelations referring to Armageddon and the imminent return of Jesus Christ. He said that President Trump has been anointed by Jesus to light the signal fire in Iran the calls Armageddon and mark his return to Earth. So he had a big grin on his face when he said all this, which made his message seem even more crazy. Our commanders would probably be described as Christian first supporter. He has been this way for a very long time and makes it clear that he desires all of us under him to become just like him as a Christian. But what he did this morning was so toxic and over the line that it shocked many of us in the attendance at the ops readiness briefing. Besides myself, I am reaching out to MRFF on behalf of 15 fellow troops. I know you asked me about the religious views of our group who has requested help from the MRFF. I can only tell you that I am Christian and at least 10 of the others are also Christians. One of the others is Jewish and one is Muslim. And I don't know the religious or non-religious status for the other three at this time. But it says thou shalt not kill. So really military service kind of conflicts with your religious beliefs as well.
Right.
I had to learn that the hard way.
And this is I'm just going to go over what a Zionist is. Zionism and Theodore Hurls. A Zionist is someone who supports Zionism, the movement affirming the Jewish people's rights to self-determination in their ancestral homeland, which became the modern state of Israel in 1948. Zionism centers on the idea that Jews, as a people with a long historical connection to the land of Israel, should have a sovereign nation home where they can live safely and in dignity. So there's Zionism includes several strands. There's secular Zionism, which focused on a national identity and political self-determination. Religious Zionism, rooted in biblical and spiritual connection to the land. Political branches such as the labor Zionism and revisionist Zionism, each with different visions for society and borders. So the term emotionally charged because many Jews see Zionism as an essential for safety after centuries of persecution. Many Palestinians view Zionism as tied to displacement and loss of the land shaping the Israel-Palestine conflict. So Theodore Herzl gave birth to the modern Zionism in the 19th century. He considered him the founder in modern political Zionism, and his major contributions took place in the late 19th century. He was born in Budapest, which is odd, huh? Arguing that Jews needed a sovereign state to ensure safety and self-determination. In 1897, he convened the first Zionist congressional in Basel, Switzerland. A lot going on in Switzerland, which formally organized the Zionist movement and set its political goals. So in 1987 is the pivotal year. The first Zionist Congress, they had a Zionist Congress in 1897, transformed Zionism from an idea into a global political movement.
It's political movement.
So he emerged as its central leader, and the Congress laid the groundwork for the eventual establishment of Israel in 1948. So it didn't even exist until 1897.
So I didn't envision the second coming of Jesus Christ going to be rockets flying over my head while I'm attending a soccer game, but I guess this is normal, right? Where they're at having rockets launched over your head in the middle of a soccer game. But this is how they take religion and justify what they're doing. Destruction, right? Then kids get killed in the process. You remember those girls in that school?
Yeah, yeah.
I just posted on chat this movie I watched. It's not, I don't think it wasn't a long one. It says on April 16th, 1945, American soldiers rounded up 1,000 of the wealthiest and most influential citizens of Weimar in Germany, bankers, doctors, etc. And they were marched at gunpoint up the hill to Buchenwald concentration camp. That was really interesting to watch that.
Gotta check that out.
It shows what can happen to these, because once they got there, it was like it smelled and what they saw, and like that was, Yeah.
awful.
Yeah.
Rockets for Jesus, right?
Can you post that on the wall when you get a chance?
Yeah, it's there right now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I went and
Thank
found it because I just today I was just thinking about that show and I forgot to look for it and it just kind of ties in.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So is this Armageddon, and this brings in the second coming or third coming, actually, because the second coming already happened.
Right, but I mean, if they're going to go biblically, right? I mean, even if this is real or a wag the dog thing, right? They still have to have the Antichrist has to come first, right?
Well, I think he's here, or whoever the hell it is, whatever
Well,
it is.
I'm saying for the people that are following it, all the signs and the wonders and all that stuff, right?
They looked like those old towers for the computers, the modem or whatever those things were. It looked like if you beat the hell out of one of those and put some dirt around it.
Right.
I believe not even half of what they're showing. I don't even watch what they're showing, but I really unless I can see it or I get some real proof, I don't trust them. I don't believe them.
Right? Like Glendia said, you learn about Revelation, they're using it to make you think it's happening. Just saying, they're deceiving.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it says that in your Bible too, right? They'll show all these signs and wonders.
Yeah.
Signs and wonders doesn't have to be good, right? So yeah, they're trying to scare you, and that's what they need. They need your loot,
Got loose that fear.
and you're easier
So
to
you'll
control
comply
and
with their
comply,
safety mechanisms they got for you to make you feel safer
right? And then they might offer you
from the problem
safety,
they
like
created.
the freedom cities, right?
Oh no.
What's the opposite of freedom?
Yeah, right.
Think mirror with these people, right?
I mean, like he said that they weren't going to do CBDCs, and that's exactly what the government's looking into, right?
Right.
And Elon, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. So that they tell you one thing. I think that's why they said think mirror, because what they're saying, think the opposite.
So on the screen is the girls that were killed in the schoolhouse that got hit. This was the little schoolhouse they had there. Allegedly, it got hit by missiles. Still don't know who launched those missiles. It's under investigation.
سيأتي مكان التدخل من أشرف وأكرم الحبيب والكرة تعود إلى كرة كابتن كرة كابتن.
Yeah, can you imagine living that? Can you imagine that being here, happening here like that? Missiles flying over our kids' head. Mom, the missiles are launching, right? Wouldn't that be sick?
They'd all get their phones out like that happened.
Bud don't want you talking.
Yeah, they'd all get their phones out. Everybody, instead of experiencing the actual moment of bombs flying over your head, they're all taping it. You're not going to be there to watch it.
I know.
You know, you're taping something and you're not going to be alive.
Yeah, they say people would tape the end of the world. That's what the end. That's what it would look like if everybody holding their phones, recording it.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, they could show us anything on TV. I mean, think of it. They do whole entire movies using AI, right?
Yeah.
So it could be whacked it all. It could be real, or it could be some real, and then they make it look worse than it is. We just you can't believe everything they're showing you.
Right.
Yeah, I mean we're not there, so.
And that's not meant to be harsh or anything. That's just the facts.
Right, that's just the facts, right? Yep. Unless you see it with your own eyes outside your house, then you might, you know, you might have something to talk about. But we don't know what's going over in other countries. We don't unless you have a like
Boots on the ground.
Yeah, boots on the ground, or if you had relatives over there, they'd be in the bunker, so they would only know what they were being told. So it's really hard to get good information unless you have somebody boots on the ground with their cell phone or something recording it.
Yeah, kind of like this.
my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Hold up.
Oh my god! Hang on. Oh my god! Oh my god! It's still going.
Keep your seatbelts on. It's everywhere.
Hey, that's big boys right there, man.
At this point, I would still be opening up the window to see if it smelled. Like, two senses have
Right?
to be going at this, you know?
I'd have hit the brakes.
Right. I mean, they do have holographic stuff too. You got to remember that too. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's real. Do you think that's real? Shoot.
It doesn't have a community notes on X saying it isn't real.
It doesn't, you know, with them not stopping, like they're still driving, like you're not stopping or doing something.
Right.
They're just like kind of screwing.
And how
And
did they know to have the camera out to
Right,
catch
to
that
film
right
it.
then?
Exactly.
Because
They
like,
think we're stupid.
I mean,
This
first of
fire
all,
right
you would
here.
hear the boom,
I think
right?
that right there was
And then you
proof.
would like freak out and kind of probably drop your phone,
That
or
might have been it.
and then pick it up and then maybe film something. I don't know.
Yeah, you
It
just
just
driving,
don't
going
seem
to the grocery
natural.
store, and then of course it's not natural for bombs to be raining down in the middle of
No, I
it.
mean their reaction.
Oh, right.
Like I
Hold
think the
up.
last thing I would do is pick up my
Boom!
phone.
Oh my god! Hang on. Oh my god! Oh my god! It's still going.
Keep your seatbelts on. It's everywhere.
I can tell you that's what it sounds like.
The last thing I would
I've
do
heard
is
them go off.
automatically I'd be in shock. I don't think I would even think
That
about
sends a
picking up my phone yet.
it sends a shockwave that'll, I mean, it's boom like a shockwave. He should have been hitting the brakes and freaking swerving or something just a little bit.
Exactly. I know I would. Right. And then I would pick up my phone maybe if I could think at the time to film it. Right. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell us. What do you think?
Just trying to make Iran great again. Ain't that right, Lady G?
Give me your
It,
thoughts.
it's not about profits, guys. It's totally not about profits. Lindsey Graham totally cares about humanity. Okay? Totally. It's not about profits or him making money or anybody like that. It's not about
It's
none of
not
that.
just him. It's all of them. Right.
Yeah. Y'all got anything else before we close out here tonight? I think we're gonna
Yes. I
pick back up in the morning chat.
have there's GLENDIA'S t-shirts. Right. Go check out her Telegram. Do you have her Telegram in the chat?
Her
Her
Telegram.
Telegram link.
Oh, I don't know.
She's got some t-shirts for the barbecue and a new one says the war room. It's really nice. Check that out. She posted it on the Telegram chat, and then we're having another drawing, right? And it's for the horseshoe art.
Mine is going.
Do you have that one?
Yeah.
It's a horseshoe art raffle to support Mickey and the war room. So
I think it's
there'll
right
be
here.
3 separate drawings, giving everyone multiple chances to win. Each prize is handcrafted with care. There'll be 4 separate prizes: a handcrafted horseshoe art piece,
I'm trying to find it.
herbal tinctures. There'll be 3, and 3 herbal salves. So it will be the horseshoe art, and then a tincture and a salve, a tincture and a salve, and a tincture and a salve. So there will be 4 winners to be drawn. The tickets are $5 per ticket, or you get 5 tickets for $20. And the drawing will be on the 17th. And if the participation is low, then we'll extend the raffle a little bit.
All right, so she needs just a little bit more to get her over the hump.
Yes.
So we're gonna try to give something in return for that. So this is an Amazing Grace cross, 4 corners. It is 30 inches tall by 23 inches wide. It weighs a little under 5 pounds, maybe 4 pounds, something like that. It's painted purple for Mickey's favorite color, my mom's favorite color, and royalty is what it means, right?
Yes.
And what I did with this, I painted it purple, and then I put red and blue flake across the top. So when the sun hits it or light, you'll see the red and blue, which represents the male and the female.
And it changes color
Coming together.
when it hits the light, right?
Which makes perfect.
Yeah, and it's really nice. It looks better in person than on.
It's like a chameleon paint.
Yeah.
Y'all ever seen like a chameleon paint where as you walk down the side of it, it changes? That's what the flakes do in it. So
yeah, it looks like it's kind of opaly, like that kind of.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, it is
It's
pretty.
really cool.
yeah, it's purple. But you'll see like a little blue flake with blue and red flake in here. This picture kind of changes it. It doesn't do justice at all. So it kind of messes with. This isn't what it looks like. It's the right colors, but as far as the lighting is concerned, with the blue and that's not what it looks like when you're looking at it. But in the lighting, it changes. But overall, so there that is. It's made out of double-aught horseshoes, real horseshoes, brand new. I don't use used horseshoes because of the inconsistencies in the wear, and then you have to clean the horse shit out of the horseshoes, and they're usually really rusty. And the used horseshoes are good whenever you're doing like outdoor projects, stuff like that, fire pits, rustic. If you want it rustic, you don't care about it. But this is painted, so you don't have to worry about rust or anything like that. But brand new horseshoes, double-aught size. So that's it for that. That's the Amazing Grace. Then we have the tinctures and the salves that comes with it. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
All right.
So
Like a package deal.
Yeah, you'll get a tincture and a salve for the winner, and there'll be 3 winners on that, and 1 for the cross.
All right.
So and that will go till the 17th, and maybe a little longer. It depends on how many people participate. So, and the link for the how to purchase the tickets is on the chat, and we'll put it on the Rumble chat.
All right.
Yeah, and for GLENDIA'S t-shirts too. Check out her t-shirts; they're really awesome.
Oh, girl, I may have to throw a t-shirt in on all that.
Oh, okay.
That's neat. Yeah, if y'all want, I can throw a free t-shirt in on that if they want to y'all doing a raffle. I love
we
that
can do that.
cross.
We can
That's
add it.
beautiful.
Yeah,
I'll do it. I'll do a t-shirt. I'll do the one that is the Roar Room with the lion on it. The one I posted the other
Oh, I like that
today.
one.
Yeah,
I
yesterday
like
or today. Yeah.
I like that. So
I'll throw one in there
Okay, so
to
we'll
go
do
with it.
5 drawings. There you
Yeah.
go, y'all. So that's pretty cool. You get a variety of things.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Also in the future, if anybody would like anything like that as a gift idea, just give me an advance notice, and we can work something out for you as well. Check out the Sheepdog Swap on Telegram. There's a lot more other stuff on there as well.
Yes.
What is on there?
There is all sorts of stuff. I got to add one more because somebody mentioned they wanted recipes on there. But there is herbs, metal art, wearable clothing, food, crochet and knitting, artwork, sewing, crafts, seeds, canned goods, leatherwork, writing services, books, music, woodwork, jewelry, kitchenware, hygiene, soaps and lotions, and beadwork. So go check it out. We have a lot of talented people in there, have nice products, but purchase from people instead of the big box stores. Right. It's higher quality, all natural, and a lot of people they put your time and love into that.
Right.
And you can't get that at a store.
Like even if you needed this cross, you can hang it on your wall. It can also be used as a weapon, backup weapon. You can literally beat the shit out of somebody with this.
That's right. That's right. You put it, you hang it on the wall, but you know it's there.
It shouldn't be your go-to, but in case of emergencies, you need to break the glass.
But there's on the Sheepdog Swap, you'll see the other crosses. There's different crosses, style ones too, and name. You can do the name too. But that's all. We'll put
there's one that's got wings on it that's really pretty that he does.
Oh yeah, the heart with the
wings.
The heart wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a few of those.
We might do another raffle later on for that one. That one's, yeah, that's my favorite.
I put that at a friend of mine ordered that for his wife's gravesite with her name under it, like all in one thing on a stake, and he put it next to her. She loved horses, right? So I've sold it probably. I made about 300 of these right here that you see on the screen. This isn't I've been doing this for about 10 years, but off and on, whenever somebody wants something.
Right. It also
Well,
does.
it used to be a steady thing for me. It was my business. Once I broke my hand, I used to build driveway gates, security gates, ornamental, I broke my hand, so I couldn't work, so I had to do something at home, and I just started messing around with truck, the hitch covers on the back of the trucks. I was making NFL cutouts and painting them and custom like hitch covers for people's trucks, and then I went to horseshoes. My aunt loves horses. She does barrel racing, so she said, "Why don't you do these? I'd want you to make me one of these." And then it just took off, and then but I made some of these for churches. I've made 10 of them for a church so they could sell it, like where they have little community shopping things for the church and they raise money. I've got some people from like that raise money for autism and stuff like that, bought some from me in Austin to sell in stores, different things like that. But I mainly sold on Facebook and like Etsy and stuff like that. Right. At some point it kind of, the sales exploded, and then like it went like 1 or 2 a week, and it was like, oh shit, this isn't going to be sustainable. Like I need to do something different. So this turned into something that I really love to do it, and I like to make new, different. So this is just really one of my older pieces that I've done, but I like to get into the furniture part, make outdoor furniture with the horseshoes and stuff like that.
He also does
like rustic, outdoor rustic. I do
wine holder.
I do boot racks with horseshoes. You can hold 4 or 5 pairs of boots by the door, a whole rack with the horseshoes that hold it. And then I'll put like the scrolls from like the fence, from the the scrolls, the metal scrolls. I'll put those as a beat. But you can check that out on Sheepdog Swap. Also the different tinctures we have and the different salves. Right. You also have the lip balm as well. Don't forget sheepdogspets.com. That helps as well.
Yes.
And there goes the only convict in America. I want to thank y'all for being with us tonight. Anybody else got anything before we close? We head on out.
No.
Good to go?
Yeah, have a fun night, everybody.
Love
Well, it's not fun anymore. It's 10:30 here.
Right. Sorry. Good night, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us.
Yeah, it's
and
9:30 here.
See y'all in the morning.
They want clones, but I'm too real for that. Gotta copy my tune, my soul, but they can't code that. They want clones, but I don't fold like that. I'm a one they can't remake, they can't flake, can't hack. I still moving like mannequins, same walk, same talk, same pattern. Whole world looking fake to remake, but I'm cut from my cloth, they ain't gathering. They scroll, they clone, they mimic the vibe, but baby the spirit ain't downloadable. I'm in a lot hard with a digital mind, but my soul ain't never been programmable. They study my rhythm, they study my slang, they study my rules and my backbone. But you can't duplicate pleasure, can't duplicate pain. That's why the real ones stand alone. I'm the glitch in the system, the spark in the dark, the one they can't overwrite. I'm the virgin that came with the breath of God, not the copy they printed it overnight. They keep trying to mirror my moves, but the nerves they cracking. Cause the truth got weight and the face they lacking. They want clones, but I'm too ill for that. How they cobbling, I tone my soul, but they can't code that. They want clones, but I don't fold like that. I'm the one they can't remake, can't fake, can't hack.
Yeah, they capping my drip and they can't get the grit, that's earned, not printed. You think it's still my lines, but not my life, that's live, not stupid.
I'm the blueprint they keep redrawing, but the lines don't land the same. Cause you can't clone soul, can't clone struggle, can't clone a man who overcame.
I'm the off-grid version, the to the sermon, the one they can't mass produce. I'm the go they can't crack, the fire they can't track, the tree they can't reproduce.
So let them try to cock it away, but the tide don't move for clones. We the originals, baby, spent, breed, born and grown. They can copy your face, your voice, your style, but they can't copy your calling. They can mimic your walk, your talk, your smile. They can't mimic your rise, and clones can look like you, sound like you, but they'll never be you. Cause the real ones in the fly 101. God don't do reruns. They go clones, 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 but I'm too real for that. Gotta copy my tone, my soul, but they can't code that. They want clones, 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 but I don't fold like that. I run on, they can't remake it, and fake it, can't. I'm too real for that.